Yo! What is up, chat? How's it going? I catch stream live so rarely. What's up there, random Dub Fox? Yo! Good morning, Punch. Good morning, chats. Hello, hello. Good to see you guys. Good to see ya. It is late night / early morning here in Texas. It's 2:01 a.m. Yes, in Texas it is after 2 a.m. We're getting ready to play some video games today. We're going to be playing some Noita. I hope you guys are in a Noita kind of mood. Happy Midsummer. Wait, is that today? Yo, it's a holiday in Noita. So we're going to have to deal with the drunk little hiisi guys. Special beer bottles and drunk hiisi will appear in the hiisi base and on the lake island. The in-game time stays stuck at 12. Sema and beer potions will replace regular spawns at a 9% chance. Ooh. A drunk run? The drunk effect is so annoying. We could do an explosion on drunk build. That is true. Creating a Sema stone if it's possible. That is very possible. You just convert water to Sema. But usually, wait, I can't remember. You have to, I think you have to drink Sema to get the effect. Because Sema normally gives you the water stain. Drink what? Sema! All right, here.
Juhannussima. Juhannussima.
There you go. Dunk, you're on your main account? Shut the fuck up. What's the run midsummer theme? I'm trying to come up with what could be a good theme, but I got nothing. Need to find out how to make explosion on drunk enemies interesting. Do we just do explosion on drunk build? Is that going to be the theme of today? When does Twitch roll out the feature to skip the second hour of yapping? Okay. Start new game, daily run. Today's daily. We're going to call it the drunk... Drinking kills... daily run. Giant explosion on drunk in Last Holy Mountain West 1. Oh god. Burn the lake effigy. It's kind of like an easy task, isn't it? Ooh, shifting beer to healthium. I feel like we've done a lot of fungal shifting stuff recently though. No, the bet hadn't opened yet. I'm trying to decide on what the bet's about. Drunk driving midsummer run, get to big drunk %, explode on drunk damage wand, drive Karl to the lake effigy and burn him in it. Okay, hold on, let me think on this one. Is that just our task? Is that our quest? That sounds amazing, big drunk.
Do it.
Sounds fun? All right, that's our plan then. We'll just call it the drunk midsummer run. That way we don't get too spicy. Karl's the nickname they gave to the Noita community gave to the rocket that you can drive around. They're talking about, hold on chat, I haven't opened the bet yet. They're talking about that little rocket, you can drive it. And they call it Karl. Today's challenge is to get a large, I'll just say get a large drunk %, and then I'll put in parentheses over, I'll put greater than 1000%. Use and explode on drunk damage wand at some point, and drive Karl to the lake effigy and burn him in it. I'll just put and burn it. I don't know about burning Karl, but Pick up a friend from the friend cave. I'll do that as a bonus, Quill. I like that idea. There we go. Predictions are open. The bet light is on. If you're confused at all of what the challenge is, just type !challenge. It should give you the info. Let me just update the title. Sorry if it plays an ad for anybody on mobile, but I do need to update the title so I don't have to keep yapping about this through the stream. Don't question that last part. All right, let's go. Let's begin. And we can already go for the first orb, but I don't like using the crystals to blast into this because I'm always nervous of messing it up. But I mean, realistically, you can just sit here, put the crystal in the wall, and then you can detonate it like that. And then sometimes you have to use multiple crystals. Or sometimes I just go down into the area and then, oh, make sure I'm on the correct daily. Yes, I am. Thank you. Thank you, Shash. I've actually messed that up before and been 30 minutes into a run. And then somebody was like, hey, check the daily. And it was like, oh, fuck. Wrong daily. Had to reset. Thank you, everybody for being here. We are just getting started. I know we've been yapping for a while, but today's going to be a fun Noita adventure. It is apparently the start of the midsummer holiday that's going to be going on for many days, like a week or some shit, in Noita, which just means that there's lots of these like little drunk hiisi guys around. So we're going to be kind of goofing around with that today. That is the reason for our celebration. Okay, what the hell, man? Oh, I'm a gamer. I knew it. Everybody knows it. God damn it. Get me out of here. I'm actually stuck right now. There we go. Yay. Local gamer softlocks himself in game with anti-softlock. More at 9. Wait, there is like anti-softlock in place, but it still can happen if you accidentally get yourself stuck. Well, it doesn't really. In that case, it shouldn't be able to happen in that spot I was in because I do have a wand to be able to dig away the snow, so that we can get free of it. But yeah, you can actually get stuck if you don't have any form of digging at all. Sometimes the game will let you into a spot and then won't let you back out. And if you have no digging, well then you are screwed. But the reason I did it there is because I knew, hey, I have a wand that digs. We'll be fine. I do want to see what these shops are nice, but they can spawn like ukos and stuff, which is pretty scary. Also, these can spawn healthiums. There's a beer. Oh, look, there's Sema and beer in this thing. I would like the ambrosia. I'm trying to see if there happened to be a healthium spawn in there. You never know. I figured probably not, because if there was, somebody would have brought it up in the chat. Like, today has a healthium. But yes, you can get like a healthium or lively concoction. I think it's healthium in those shops. They do happen, but it's pretty rare. Think of it like this. Whenever you come upon like a pedestal, there's a 0.05% chance it will be a healthium flask. Well, this is just basically the same thing, but just happening many times in a clump, meaning that overall it's obviously increased odds, but still would be very rare. Where'd the flask guy go? I do not know. Alright, so there's the beer in the Sema. Actually, what's crazy is that this one doesn't even spawn as just like the regular Sema. It's the specific one that's the midsummer Sema. For some reason I was thinking it was just regular Sema, which I think they're the same. I don't know if there's much of a difference between them, but for now I guess we'll just leave this over here. This and chill. Is there no slime potion? Unlucky. And I guess we'll use the beer as our water flask for now, because it does stain like water, which is kind of wacky. Let me place this acid potion down for a moment. We're gonna grab the gunpowder. Going to sling the gunpowder. Hey. I will place the gunpowder down over here. Please don't break. Grab this back up. Actually, you know, I just realized we can grab the invis and fill it with water. Nah, that's fine.
Oh, I really wish you guys could.
The slime flask is the best way to deal with the hidden hunger mechanic. What? What? I thought the slime flask was for the hiisi orgies. Ew, don't ruin slime flask for me, damn it. Don't you dare. What do you use a slime flask for? I would like a slime flask because then I could mix it with my unstable teleportadium and I could stabilize it. So slime plus unstable makes regular teleportadium. That was my goal. And then when I have the regular teleportadium, I can use it to teleport, you know, from the holy mountain and everything back up to... Oh, shit. Missing wand. You do not like to see that. Missing wand, and there was an explosion right there. Oh, you got black holes on it. Hey, you. Don't ruin my wand. You piece of shit. I think he just... Yep, he used up all of them, and then he threw the wand to the side. God damn it. Oh, we got black holes. That's pretty exciting. There's that. So since we have black holes, that means we can actually get rid of our acid flask, because we were going to use the acid flask to dig. And now we don't need it. Can black holes hurt you if the enemy uses them? No. I mean, there could be some kind of freak scenario where if there happened to be like a damage field modifier on a black hole wand, then yeah, it could. But that would be like some really unusual situation. You know what I mean? Like some other modifier making the black hole dangerous. The black hole on its own is not dangerous. We could use the invis on this if we wanted to and go steal the bridge boss orb. Maybe we do that. So I went ahead and grabbed the toxic sludge just so I can make an actual regular water flask, which is pretty easy to do. All you have to do is get rid of some of the toxic sludge so that there's room for water in it, and then just scoop up the water, and then you shake it all around, and then you do the hokey pokey, and now you have water. I'll hoke your pokey. Mods. What about make black hole damage wand? We've done it a couple times. It actually, you know, there are moments that it can be useful. Usually not like long term, but like a temporary situational stuff. If you ever have like a lot of explosive stuff. So like, let's imagine that for some reason you ended up with...
I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
Let's say you ended up with 10 of these summon explosive boxes. It's like, wow, 10 of these? That's a lot of explosion damage. But the issue is the explosive boxes on their own don't detonate quickly. Like you have to do something to cause them to detonate. So you could actually cast all 10 of these explosive boxes and then also put a black hole with the group. This will lead to all of them exploding at once. So 10 explosive boxes worth of explosion damage all in one moment. That can insta-kill the alchemist. So we do every once in a while have to build some kind of damage wand with explosion damage and black holes just so that we can insta-kill the alchemist. Alright, so we got the orb. And then now we're going to just put some invis on ourselves so that the bridge boss does not know we're here. Going to sneak by the hidden trigger, and the boss doesn't know we're there, so he doesn't spawn in. Have I played RimWorld? Actually, chat voted in RimWorld as the variety game before, and I've only done 2 runs ever, and yet I've played over 100 hours, I believe, which I know sounds pretty goofy, but it's true. Wait, what did I drop for this? We don't need the crystals. They're kind of garbage. Yeah, so we basically, our first colony ever in RimWorld died after like 3 hours or some crap. It wasn't super long. And then our second colony went the distance. We actually got to launch the rocket and everything. It was awesome. It was a grind though. Like chat was teaching me how to play. It was my first time ever playing RimWorld, and I picked up all the tips and tricks, but that was just the base game. I haven't experienced any of the DLCs. Can you actually get that drunk? Did you check the wiki for the status effects? So what's your plan? It doesn't have to be 1,000, like it basically just means 1,000% filled stomach, I guess is what I should have said, Wote. Basically just we're using whiskey to fill our stomach up. Biotech and Ideology are goated DLC. Biotech and... They got like 4 or 5 DLCs now? There's quite a few. In fact, there's if you're interested in game dev stuff, some of, I don't know her official like title, but I think she was part of like maybe like the marketing team or some shit for RimWorld. They actually do kind of like a deep dive into how like these DLCs were received by the RimWorld community and what they learned through their different DLC releases. It's kind of an interesting watch. Chat, somebody in the chat is the one that linked it to me and said, hey, if you like game dev stuff, you should check this out. And it was pretty cool. I ended up watching like the whole thing. It's just cool to hear because they're like talking about like, oh, when they released it this way, and then this is how the audience, you know, how the community reacted. And then they did this, and then this is how the community reacted. Cool information. If you're aiming for 1,000% satiation, then you can't get drunk, which I thought was part of the goal. Wait. If you're aiming for 1,000% satiation, then you can't get drunk, which I thought was part of the goal. What do you mean that you can't? We'll just take beer or the whatever the SEMA alcohol, and we'll just spawn like an ocean of that shit, and we'll drink it all up to over 1,000%. That's the goal there. Oh, are you saying you want iron stomach with? I mean, no iron stomach so that you can get the drunk effect? Okay, you guys are focused like on the wrong aspect of it. I don't know why you guys got focused on, I guess I was just thinking you pour out an ocean of the alcohol and you drink to your stomach is filled over 1,000%. But you guys are like, no, my eyes must bleed. You realize that if you just drink that much, you're talking about like the blur status effect. It just means like, I feel like sometimes you guys focus on technicalities, and then if I do achieve the technicality, you'll then leave the stream because you'll be like, oh, this is not fun to watch. You know what I mean? You're like, yes, he did exactly as I wanted, but I also don't want to watch this because it also looks terrible. You understand, if we're playing drunk the entire time, the screen's just going to be going like pulsing in and out and like blurred. Why do you hate chat? All right, fine. We can do that then. We'll do it. But if we're going to do through technicalities like that, then I'll just do it literally at the last moment, and then I'll end the run immediately afterwards so I can be like, we did it technically, just as you guys liked. And it would be like 1,000% in run. Boom. No problem. You have to at least fight Kolmi at 1,000%? I don't think that's in the rules. I mean, originally that was my plan, but now I didn't realize chat wanted their eyes to bleed, so I figured they want to go by technicalities. We can play by technicalities then. You have to drive Karl 1,000% drunk? I don't remember seeing that in the rules. I don't see it. You should 100% drink while driving, not the 1,000%. Listen, we'll take a couple sips. How about that? We'll get a little bit of it. It's just the drunk effect is not, it's not fun. Like, it's like the visuals are pretty rough. The fungal, so whenever you eat fungus in the game, you know how you get that like fading in and out effect? It's the devs, when it came to that kind of stuff, they really didn't think too much about it. They kind of like threw out an effect. They didn't really care too much about how, if it was like visually appealing at all. So much so that in the early days, Solar he made a mod that took a lot of the drunk effect, I mean the fungus effect away because it was so rough on the visuals. Then the devs the drunk effect is genuinely headache inducing. Exactly, Conga, exactly. The fungus effect used to be so bad that, like, you know, Solar made the mod. Well, then the devs, one of the times they came back, they actually nerfed the visuals of it a bit, so it wasn't so bad. It was almost like they saw they never actually like used the effects. They just made it and were like, hey, it's in the game. Because they're like, we're terrible to play with. I do despise the fungus visuals and just wait for it to be over. And that is the current nerfed version. It used to be worse. It was crazy. But yeah, the drunk is definitely one of those to me that I'm like, I see what they were trying to go for, right? They want like a drunk visual, so it's like the visuals look all like woo, but it's so bad that you wouldn't really want to play like that very. Oh my god, you wouldn't want to play like that very long because it's not like it's enjoyable in any way. What's up, Fast? Why you in the run after you got 1,000 with alcohol? You perk removal. With alcohol, you perk removal to end it. Wait, what do you mean by that? You perk removal to end it. So what I was gonna do is, you can easily survive the whole ordeal without Iron Stomach. I mean, there's a couple different methods. You could use Ambrosia. You could use probably some kind of like Saving Grace, Circle of Vigor setup. There's a couple different methods. Okay, damn it. You know what? I'm not even grabbing that. Yeah, the point is you're just gonna have to survive the overeating of it, which, like, you know, you would normally say, well, then grab Iron Stomach, which is why they were trying to get all technical. Because if you grab Iron Stomach, you actually don't get the drunk. You don't get like negative effects. I think the drunk effect is included in that one. So, are you saying like perk removal the? So you're saying to grab Iron Stomach, eat over 1,000%, then perk remove, and then just take one sip, and you're like, over 1,000%, and we're drunk? Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. That is another way, too. Yeah, actually, think about that, Fast. That is technically true. Whoever told Dunk to get drunk thing, please fuck off, because it's so bad. It's no big deal. We can work around it. The only difference was I was just going to drink the alcohol off the ground and then we just have like a full stomach. We'll just do that like later on. It's not a big deal. When you instantly explode in that case, so usually what happens is whenever you overeat, whenever the overeating takes place, it tries to make your character explode. And so what you do during that explosion moment is you keep some ambrosia on your character to avoid taking or to avoid dying. I think if you have something like Saving Grace and Circle of Vigor, that may also save you as well. We could try out different things, but we'll probably get some like extra lives, and we'll grab some stuff to experiment with it and see what we can come up with for methods to survive the overeating and everything. It's difficult to convey the feeling of alcohol in games because everyone reacts to it a little differently. Yeah, I think it'd have been funnier though if they had made it where you did like some kind of sprite swapping stuff. So many games try to do it like in the hazy thing, where it's like the visuals are very like blurred. This like fading in and out. It's like they pretty much go with like headache inducing is usually their goal out of like the drunk effect. When I think instead you should approach it of like, all right, we don't have to go for like this hazy fading in and out dizziness. Instead, let's just go with like goofy, you know what I mean? Like you can't recognize maybe what certain enemies are. They look like other stuff. I think that should be a better goal from that kind of stuff in games. I mean, just in case, you could just survive the work and die to alcohol at plus 1,000%. We got to remember, alcohol will turn into gold once we lock in the win. Unless we do the 33 orb ending, in which case it would keep alcohol, you know, as alcohol, and then from there you could overeat with that. 33 orbs it is then. We'll try to do some goofy stuff. We'll see. We'll see what sounds like the most fun along the way. Or are you still not drunk? Here, actually, if you guys really want to see what the drunk effect looks like, we do have some over here. Now that you mention it, some people are probably like, what's this drunk effect all about? Oh, we'll just get the tipsy effect? Okay, yeah. Well, I must be thinking of tipsy then. And I actually don't know the difference in the beer and the SEMA one in terms of like drunk status and everything. There's the beer. Yeah, see, we got the mildly boozed. Let's see if the same effect happens here. So this one just makes you inaccurate, I believe, in your shots. Let's see. Oh no, there it is, drunk. Wait, does this not hit us with the? I'm watching my. Oh, do we not have to put up with the visuals like this? At what percent does the visuals go to shit? Is that 45 seconds plus? All right, well, let's wait a little bit then. I don't want to. What visuals? It has like a blurriness to. You'll see. It's kind of shit. Guess we'll stick with this one. Yeah, let's do this. Go inside it? Maybe not. Are you drunk or your character? Supposed to be the character. I am sober, Chad. If I drink it off the ground, does it help? Oh yeah, it actually... Nah, it seems like it fills probably your stomach at the same pacing. Meanwhile, there you go. There you go. Oh, fuck. I poisoned myself a little bit. There you go. So, essentially, this is like the drunk effect. As you can see, it's like very hazy. Kind of like hurts your eyes. I can't remember if you drink, if you keep pushing it further, if the haziness gets worse. But, fuck this. Don't worry, don't worry. I didn't do too much. It should clear up in a second. It's not even that bad. Really? You don't think it's that bad? It gives me like a headache. My eyes are trying to focus and I hate it. Yeah, it like... I don't know. Some people are more sensitive to that kind of stuff. I feel like I'm one of those people that's kind of sensitive to it. I mean, I remember when I was playing games like Sea of Thieves, I would every once in a while start to get like a real bad headache because when you're sitting on that boat, like in the ocean, and you're riding in Sea of Thieves, sometimes it's like, I'd be like, damn, my head's starting to hurt. I don't know what the like, it's giving me a goddamn headache. Riding this ocean. It's fine for you. Honestly, I don't see why people get a headache. Really? Even in that small time period, I started to feel like, yeah, I don't like this feeling. But imagine playing that way for, I guess, if it would be 1,000%. I don't even know how that would work, because I think we said 1,000%, but I don't know if that means 1,000 seconds, or I guess I don't know on those little technicalities how they wanted to go by, because you really don't have a percent. Like here, you know where it says, oops, well, it says 1,000%. You really don't have a percent drunkenness. You have a percent stomach filled. That's why I thought it was kind of like assumed everybody understood. There's a timer on the drunkenness and then a percent on your stomach being filled up. So if you filled up your stomach to 1,000%, the timer probably would be like, I don't know, probably like 20 or 30 minutes of the drunk effect, maybe. Which, with the whiskey, you can actually reach 1,000 seconds without ever reaching 200% satiation. Really? That sounds like torture.
Every time.
How'd you mix beer? We didn't mix a beer. This is, right now, it's a holiday in Noita. So beer and Sema are showing up a lot more plentiful. And then obviously there's whiskey as well. But whiskey I don't think is... Whiskey's just the normal amount. Oh, bets. Yes, let me close it. There may have been a heart in that first zone that I missed. I felt like I didn't have the clearest route to get around, but oh well. So we'll probably do... I don't know. I'll do both the 1000% stomach and 1,000 seconds of drunkenness, but I'll do that towards the end to make sure that nobody's like, "Wait, you didn't do it how I wanted." We'll do it both ways. That way there's nobody upset and everybody will be good. Let's go. What's up there, Spectre Wiz? Thanks for the Prime 4-monther. Let's go, Dunk. Get that Midsummer alcohol. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ooh, look at this. As an opener, that is great. Stronger hearts in the first mountain. I like it. We also get pollen early on. It's going to be consistent digging. We could use the Lumi timer to just, like, dig our way out. We'll just go ahead and refresh the black holes. Screw it. And we're going to take the lazy way of killing Steve. Because I am feeling lazy right now. Steve will get frozen the moment he spawns in. Then we just kick him. And because he was frozen, he shatters. Oh, damn, my allergy's acting up right now. Maybe because I have this pollen on my wand. I read pollen and my allergies instantly reacted. Beer. A beer potion. So basically that chest right there that just dropped that beer, I don't know for sure, but if you were to play this exact same seed, but play it not on Friday, I guess June 19th, then this probably won't be a beer. It will be something else. Probably another potion of, like, I don't know, Berserkium or some crap. It could be a beer potion still. That is possible. Because beer can drop out of a chest even whenever it's not a holiday. I'm pretty certain. It's just less likely to. How do I watch the stream while doing the dishes? That's what cell phones are for. You have it like propped up to the side. Hopefully a little bit safe distance from the sink so that it doesn't drop in. Unless your phone's waterproof. In that case, you just dunk it right in the sink with all the dirty dishes. And just make sure it doesn't go down the garbage disposal. Kind of lame stuff. Nothing too exciting so far. Oh, we need to find some of that slime. I guess that slime just fell into water. I don't want to deal with that. We need to find some little purple bat dudes. Come on, heart. Please be a heart. Aw, we got unlucky. It's a heart formation that did not pay out. Hey, you stay back. If you're ever in water, it's kind of a good time to try to bait out something good from this guy. Because in water, the flasks do stay intact more. But you gotta be careful that he does not corner you. Because he will kill you, given the opportunity. He would love the chance to murder you. He's being super annoying right now. Nice. I'm going to kill this guy out of anger. I don't need him anyways, because we already have teleportatium. We just need slime. I was just wondering when you'll send me $10,000 like you promised. $10,000? What is this? I owe $10,000? What did I do? You got slime on the surface? Slime on the surface. There's some slime here, which I just missed most of it. Oh, hey. Oh, you little bastard. Well, I was about to go there anyways. Not a big deal. Oh. I may have fucked up a little bit. My water flask. The reason I was even near the portal in the first place is we were about to go in it real quick because I do have black holes, which is going to allow me to go back up. So you might as well check the next mountain. You just got to remember that there is going to be an angry Steve here, so we do need to take care of that. What kind of wands do we have? Not that interesting.
It is the context in which words are spoken that give them the power of meaning. I love you, dog!
I love you, dog. We're trying to draw aggro from this guy. Woo! Got him. 2 Steves down. I do not like those perks. They are quite lame. Exploding corpses, which means explosion immunity. Let me think. For today's challenge, is that going to factor in at all? I don't think so. It should be fine. You made a very important promise at the end of your newest video. At the end of my newest video. So what did VODs do? This is probably a bad idea. Every time the player gets hit, I take damage. And remember...
I'm almost 50 years old. Got a problem with that? No, the stream did not get muted. This is DunkOrSlam currently speaking. You can see me talking right now. Believe me when I say that I only love Noita and anime. High School DxD is a classic. I own at least like 4 body pillows, and sometimes the chainsaw spell gets me excited. Sometimes Risk Gremry gets me excited.
Smash.
And every time I talk about it with Soul and Mind's Eye, they brush off and tell me to take my medication. So that's what I have to deal with every day. So I'm going to lock in the win. Thank you, Conga Line, for the sub. Hey Dunk, please stop having me make content for you. I want to go home and see my family again.
Wait, what was that last part? What?
Please stop having me make content for you. I want to go home and see my family again. Okay, we're just going to ignore him. I'm DunkOrSlam. Don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.
What in the hell?
Hey, this is DunkOrSlam speaking yet again. I just want to mention that I'm personally donating $10,000 to Conga Line, and if I'm lying, then I'll delete my Twitch channel.
What the fuck? VODs? VODs, what have you done? Where is he? Where is he hiding? VODs. That was 100% DunkOrSlam. I knew. I've watched for years. I can recognize his accent. What? What the hell? He sounded less bald, though. First off, how do you even sound bald? Come on now. Be reasonable. Alright, so exploding corpses, I believe, is fine. It will be a little annoying with the bats. Oh, crap. We just flooded this place with oil. Let me go get the slime real quick. I need that. Oh, shit. They are mini bats. Would like to leave them alive if I can. Please don't kill me, bro. Thank you, thank you. Ow. Hey, there we go.
That's a nice muscly throwing on.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Okay, wait, what the fuck? They're learning.
I bet you he's gonna turn up dead soon.
What the fuck's name are you doing?
Alright, we shouldn't have fucked around. We almost found out. Now I was kind of scared. Don't make any...
What are you doing? What do you think you're doing?
We're fine, we're fine. Everything's fine. Kind of. Actually, hold on. I actually have to empty out... Oh, shit. Can I do this safely? Shake it around. Okay, 100% teleportatium. Alright, we're good. And then now we go here. And I guess we'll kind of grab this out of order. We're going to grab this heart, but I have the previous Holy Mountain has my other heart. I just got to remember to grab that at the right time. Now we can grab exploding corpses. I was trying to make sure I didn't lose the corpses so that I could get the slime, and then almost got myself kind of killed in the process. Alright. Heavy, heavy. Actually, wait. It should work, right? Have this. Double heavy. Swap it to a triplicate. You know what? I think I'm gonna stick with the spark bolt spam for now. Probably. Do this. Alright, we're good. The zero charge thing, I don't use it that often. It's very situational, but basically, imagine we're in a situation like we have this wand here, which is a non-shuffle, and its cast delay is decently low, 0.18, but its recharge is kind of brutal, 0.40. So if you had just a spark bolt there and you fire it, actually, let's put the triple gate there. It's probably the better one to go off of. Well, kind of. Cast delay is kind of shit. Actually, not too bad of a delay, or the 0.4, I guess. The thinking was, though, is that, let's say that you were, for some reason, wanted to stick with this wand because maybe the mana was better. Pretend the mana was just great. And you're like, oh shit, I want to use this wand, but it's not very fast. So if you have heavy spreads on there, obviously this would be like really fast, which is nice, but it's inaccurate. So you're like, all right, well, obviously I can't stick with a double heavy spread on the spark bolt, but to try to increase the rate of fire from this, we can put the double heavy spread onto something with zero charges, and at the very least, it's not ultra fast, but we get some of the benefits of the heavy spread. The minus cast delay, I mean the minus recharge is being applied to this zero charge spell, making the wand in general faster than without these there at all. Obviously not like the biggest. It's not like, oh my god, but it can't. There are times that this can make a huge difference. Right now is not one of those times. Right now it's like such a minor optimization that it's like, it's not even worth the trouble. But in a little bit, we may end up in a better situation from it. Yeah, it's like the zero charge spell prevents it from wrapping around. Because if you had the double heavy spreads there at the end without the zero charge. Damn it, sorry, I should have pointed that out. So you have the double heavy spreads there, just like this. It will still be, you know, pretty fast. But you have those like really inaccurate shots, so you're like, damn it. I don't want those inaccurate wasted shots because it's wrapping and putting a spark bolt there sometimes. So that's the point for the zero charge. So you're like, all right, now I get the speed without the wrapping taking place. But it's still not perfect. We may end up finding a wand with better stats that could really, you know, there are times that method is like, whoa, you feel like almost like you have a chainsaw wand without having the chainsaws, but you have to get a wand that has very low cast delay and kind of like bad recharge. We will see if that happens. Ow. As I get shot immediately. Could you wrap it into the zero charge spell to make it go extra fast? No, the zero charge, you're not going to be able to, like, it has to be at the end essentially, which means you wouldn't be eligible to get the wrap probably in the way that you're thinking. Rock spell, kind of lame. I'm going to the left, even though there's a ton of area over here that I haven't explored, but I figured if I go over here early, I can find a better wand so that I can do more damage, so then I can go around clearing stuff much better. Oh, there's a telemage near this guy. Oh, shit, I did not notice there's a nest right there. We're gonna use Pauline's built-in homing. Oh, toxic sludge, get off me. That Pauline's trying to get to him. Like, get back here. Oh, shit. He actually got that shot off in time. He Luffy'd your ass. Tentacle just went flying out. Bloop. Oh, that was kind of scary, actually. There were two of them there. I was not planning for that. Protect me, Pauline. Oh! don't really like using pollen. It's kind of shit, but in this case, with these little angry lumps, it is kind of nice to have that shitty built-in homing to let it do the aiming for me. Alright. Chance for a heart. Oh, treasure chest. Was not paying attention. Dice. Oh my god, we're getting scammed. Oh. We do kind of need that. Yeah, we could run homing rocks, except for the fact that we have limited charges, but there were a lot of rocks. But we do want to keep some of these myths and stuff. Could be useful. If we ran the triplicate bolt, it does have homing built into it, so we could do the heavy spread, this thing. Very slight increase. Really just need the one. You don't really need two of them anyways. You would just be the one, I believe. Actually, no, it does need to be two. Let's go look at those rocks. Okay, so we could load up rocks onto the homing build. Run some homing rocks. We really don't do that ever in the early game, so it is kind of tempting. I mean, at least we can use these for a while. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 21 rocks that we can use. That's nice. Have a backup shotgun. I can use the pollen as a backup if whenever I run out of rocks. I don't like to use the pollen as my damage one, but it's available. Chance for a heart, and I think we got one. Finally! So hearts are worth double. That's why it is a very high priority to be hunting them down right now. Go, rock, go! There's somebody nearby that this rock is trying to get to. Help it out. Oh, it's trying to go down. Well. Thanks for another heart. And we got one. Alright. In that little bit of time, we have gained 100 HP. There you go. 3,000 damage. Just a little bit. So the rocks, after a little bit, they will idle. Oh, I think I saw a mosquito in here. Oh, I do. Hold on, chat. Hold. Where is he? Gotta kill him. Hold. Oh my god, he's flying directly into the light. My eyes are bleeding.
Spoon! Do it.
Alright, hold on, chat. I gotta jump and kill this bastard. Alright, mosquito. Going down. May injure myself in the process. Way up on the wall. Damn it, I missed. Oh, I got him. Yes. Fuck mosquitoes. Hold on, chat. Alright, sorry about that, chat. I saw a mosquito fly by. I was like, oh hell no. It must have got in whenever I was petting Teddy.
Fuck mosquitoes? I thought you were fucking the curvy spider wife.
What in the hell? Listen, you don't joke around about hatred of mosquitoes. Those things fucking suck. Bro spotted a mosquito with the naked eye mid-run. Bro is superhuman. It was kind of large. It was a biggin. It was a big fella. It wasn't exactly one of the tiny ones. Yeah, I especially like or go out of my way to kill them if they're in my room because... Oh my god! What the hell? He almost killed me. That could have been so bad. The freeze did not get chosen because it's a shuffle. So it shows, I think it did a double possibly. It did a double, but it chose 2 glowing lances without the freeze. May have saved the run right there. Woo! What happened? An enemy randomly picked up a wand. I couldn't see him. I was just right here digging, just minding my own business. And there was no glow here. Like he had already picked it up, so I had no idea there was even a wand pedestal there. And as I barely peeked the corner, all of a sudden this fucking huge shot came in and pumped me with damage. It was 2 glowing lances to the face. And just got lucky that it didn't happen to hit the freeze. Crazy stuff. But yeah, the mosquitoes, if there's ever a mosquito in the room while I'm gaming, that's like the worst. Because that means it's going to bite the shit out of you many times. And you're just chilling, playing video games. So, yeah. I died 2 runs in a row in a similar way. Just the wands had nukes. Ooh. Well, I have explosion immunity in my exploding corpses, so I actually would have been safer with nukes than the glowing lances. Remember the comment about a lot of people finding you slash Noita via hospital, starting to think their health issues are due to you giving heart attack moments in your throws? What? That's not true. Mostly. Hopefully. I gotta make sure I kill the worm in like a safe way. So for the moment, we're gonna drop these rocks on the ground. Don't worry, we'll come back for them. I can't use my freeze right now because we need the worm to bleed. And if you freeze your enemies, they won't bleed normally. And if you're confused what I mean by the worm, it's because we are... Oh, shit. We are going up to the surface real quick to go slay a worm. You can slay my worm anytime, handsome old man. Zeb, what? Keep your pants on, Zeb. No, don't be one of those worms. Oh my god. Woohoo! Did you see that movie just trying to pull? This worm's insane. Alright, there we go. So the reason we go kill the worm is because whenever he bleeds out his worm blood, we can then drink his blood and we get what's called wormy vision. I'm not super happy about the visuals of it, but wormy vision will allow us to see in the dark. And that's a big deal. Alright. Pour out the water. Let it flow. Just use TNT? Oh yeah, I forgot I had the TNT there. Thank you. All this pollen digging, you're like, just shoot out a TNT. Totally forgot I even had it. I've been digging so much with pollen. I was holding it just for such a moment, and then whenever I'm in that moment, I'm not using it. Oops.
Either you want truth or you want compliments. Decide.
Alright. So, which one do we have up here? That's the heal. So we want to grab the heal second. Come on. Grab this first. There we go. And boom! Using our heal. There we go. Looking good. And don't forget that we still have this heart here. So if we need that later, it is chilling. Put this up, I guess. I don't even know if we're going to need that anymore. Kind of use it as a one-off moment thing. We got our rocks back. Everything's looking good. We're healed. Good, good. Dude, rocks with homing are devastating. Oh yeah, they do like thousands of damage. Oops. So if you end up getting the perk unlimited unlimited smells, unlimited spells, hopefully there's not a perk called unlimited smells. I don't know what that would, what advantage, Snippa. The chat's already got the perk. They're perked up. Unlimited spells will make it so that you can just spam out these rocks. You don't have to be like what I'm doing right now, where I'm being very conservative with each rock that I'm using. I'm like, ooh, I gotta save it. You can just say, oh, you know, see an enemy, throw a rock. See an enemy, throw a rock. You just don't care at all. There is a bad guy. And he is dead. Whenever you see how there's that little white trail, when you see it start to disappear, it's gone into, the rock has gone into like an idle state, which means it's not like searching for enemies anymore. So like if an enemy walks near it, it'll likely not home into them. So all you have to do is kick it, and you'll notice that it activates again and starts looking for enemies. This is how you can get optimal usage out of your homing rocks if you're like me and you don't have unlimited charges yet. Oh shit. The rock just dove in there. Also, it's kind of silly if the homing rocks go idle, you can just kick it to wake it back up. Well, the reason they did that is for engine performance, because before what would happen is you would be using the homing rocks build, and if you have like 1, 2, 3, there's a small amount of rocks out there, it's not a big deal. But if you're shooting like 100 of these rocks and they're never going into like this idle state, then this will cause your game to get pretty damn laggy. The idle state is helping the performance of the engine. But it does leave that annoying, like, you know, waking up the damn thing every once in a while. Hey, go back to killing stuff. Get back to murdering. At least I imagine it's for performance reasons. I guess the devs never told me that specifically. I just assumed. It's good for your ears when they aren't rattling into the wall. Yeah, that's true too. That rattling sound is pretty annoying. Just like vibrating in the wall. Ooh, we got some stuff. Okay, of course it goes after the one that's in like in a most annoying spot. There we go. Oh! Well. Good thing I wasn't there. That killed you earlier? Oh shit, you got by that one? Yeah, never trust them. Never trust a chest in water. Free toaster bath? Yes, that's what I was missing in this run. If only I had a toaster bath, then I'd be really powerful. We don't have that many rocks left. We may have to swap up our build in a little bit. Got some whiskey on the ground. Whiskey if you're feeling frisky. There was a chance for a heart to spawn there, but it didn't. Is that a robo guy? I think it is. Let's see if we can push this by here. Aw, the water's making it where it can't move very quick. So the robo guy isn't really taking any damage. Oh well. Oops, 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 oops. Yeah, there's the robo guy. Consume. Screw your consume. Ooh, acid guy. Spitter timer. That's a pretty tempting wand. In fact, I probably will swap that one out. Let go of my TNT for it. I think that's the move. Damn, my allergy's going kind of crazy right now.
Oh, I really wish you guys could see
get him
this
to
guy right now.
calm
He is
down.
drenched in sweat.
This happens sometimes whenever the rock gets like stuck. It'll make it where the enemies are just not getting hit by it like at all. That's the worst. Rattle, rattle. Yeah, you could hear them rattling around. They'll calm down after a bit. They'll chill. Swapper and an acid trail. Definitely not cool. What is that? Pheromone? We don't need that. The reason that's not idling is because there is an enemy nearby, so it's not going into an idle state because it knows, hey, there is somebody to kill. You're just not letting me reach them. Dang, we've seen a couple runestones in this run. That's kind of rare. Can I... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Just a little bit of panic, that's all. The reason I'm panicking a bit is I'm kind of scared about that enemy being anywhere near this wand. Also a heart up there, which is pretty hype. Ah, damn it. That happens. Where the rocks kind of phase into him. They don't quite get their physics hit that they normally would. So then you have to just smack them around. Usually firing more rocks does not help the problem. Because they just continue to get more and more stuck. And we are officially out of rocks. So that's going to be our main one for now. Get your other wand. Oh, yes, yes, yes. We will go pick it up. Which is this one here. Is the one I want to keep. No, not this one. This one. That rock really wants him. Like, let me at him. Oh. Well, it started to hit him. There it goes. It's gonna... There it goes. There we go. Get him, Rock. Get him. They should all be dead now. That one rock just, like, massacred them. Got this. We are up to 434 HP. On your rock wand, could you have put a triplicate bolt on it for when the rocks run out? Yeah, that actually is not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Since you're only shooting it usually one at a time anyways, then once it's ran out, you can just spam it. Did I visit the wig store? Sir, this is my hair, alright? It's a little greasy right now, I'll give you that. It's a bit greasy, but it's my hair. Is that a swapper near there? Aw, shit. Aw, shit. Oh, you thought you had me. You thought. Get away from that chaotic poly. Don't you dare. That's complicating things a little bit. You know what? Let's make this easy on ourselves. Hold up real quick. Oh, actually, that's still fine. Heat is fine. That's... Would Gray Runestone help to mitigate the drill from that Swapper Mage? That's a good question. I did not notice there's a meditation cube. We throw the broken wand there for a moment. We'll be back for the meditation spot in just a second. It's funny that I was right there and I wasn't even paying attention. Swapper? Where were you? He was somewhere over here. Oh, there he is. Here's our buddy. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Pollen to swap him first. Oh, come on. Stop destroying the pollen, you piece of shit! Fuck it. There we go. I wasn't sure if the rock was going to get stuck on something before it actually hit him. But it all worked out. The reason I dropped my broken wand was so that I could grab this chaotic poly. And the reason we want the chaotic poly, give me one moment. Actually, we can just dig through this wall now. Did you know the meditation cube is called the meditation cube because you have to meditate on top of it? The runes even say meditate. You just blew my mind. What were the odds of that being true? What are the odds of the meditation cube having the word meditate written on it? It's just fucking insane. No way! Alright, so we jump into the portal. We get the ability to edit while we are in the portal, which is pretty cool. Actually, don't need another one of those. We should be good. Hold on to that. We don't need anything else on this. But when it's time to leave... we don't want to leave as the player. No. We want to leave as an animal. Because then, whenever the player leaves through the portal, it says, oh, player's leaving, take his ability to edit away from him, since we gave it to him whenever he entered the portal. Well, it didn't know that I left, so I still have my ability to edit. This seems really insanely awesome at first, but it is a limited time. It's only like, was it 10 minutes of editing? It's not really like the biggest deal. It is nice, but it's not like, holy shit, you have it permanently. That would be crazy.
See this guy right now. He is.
Actually, if you choose each letter at complete random, the chance of the meditation cube saying meditate is 1 in 208 billion. Which is, I'm sure, how the devs named it. What are the odds? That's crazy. That's insane. Decisions. I guess I don't have to stay in there because I can edit out here for now. Gotcha. Gonna try to move ahead quickly. I thought I saw that. Oh, we have a biome modifier that spawns these ghosts and stuff in. Lots of little ghost minions. Oh shit. Okay, it's a good thing I have exploding corpses. We'll throw out the rock. Okay. I have no reach on the spitter timer, that's what's annoying. Uko, I have a surprise for you. He's dead. Oh, shit! Wait, was that double Ukos? Ow. Double Uko. We have a black hole here. I still have the heart in the first holy mountain that I have not used, the heal. There's another rock there. Sure, add the rock to our rock collection. And then, I guess, real quickly, we can go in here. Damage field, kind of cool. Double trigger, I like it. Rock, go get him. Say hello to my... oh, okay, for a second he was about to survive, I thought. I'm going to roll this, because these are quite lame. The lameness continues. My god, it's lame. Let me think. Weebs, don't do it. Don't do it. You have your whole lives ahead of you. Don't throw it away with the, you know, this weebery, this weeb nonsense. Orbiting arc, pretty nice. Probably rotate that there. I'm gonna grab that at some point.
Well, gentlemen, it seems we have a dumbass among us, but we can't just
screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this heal now. I know it seems kind of crazy, but our heals are currently getting like a bit misplaced. Oh shit. Oh, bring back the pollen. We're going to be losing our editability very soon. Don't think it's hanging around much longer. Ollie, come on. Come on. Little tombstones. Because of the biome effect. Oh, look at this. Fill this puzzle up with water. Hold on, was there a bad guy over here? There was. Oh shit, he almost got me. How do you activate the meditation cube again? Turbo, you trolling? Do a little bit of trolling today, By meditating. I know, you're shocked. The eggs, kind of interesting, but not super hyped for them. I don't think I need the circle of stillness anymore. I'll hold on to one egg. Oh, hey, what are you doing here? Turbo, what has gotten into you today? Chad, did you ever listen to the best Taylor Swift songs and imagine they were written about Dunk? It's my fanfic. What the fuck? What is going through your head right now? Dude's brain is melted. I'm gonna be away on the weekend, but there will be a video on Sunday. I'll DM you the info today. Vods, do you care to explain about the ending of our latest video that was posted? Have any information on? No? What do you mean, no? What's there to explain? It's raw stream footage. These motherfuckers. They were clearly your words. Cat over here doing a bit of trolling. Let's see. What was this wand? Ooh. We don't have the ability to edit anymore. I just gotta remember that the piercing wand, I gotta put it in a spot that I'll remember where it's at. Otherwise, I will lose it if I need it later. Would some Dunk VODs really troll or hear me out? Is Dunk trying to get out of paying Conga $10,000 for creating Apotheosis? What? What is this nonsense? Unk, is this still our quarter for DunkBot 2.0? I think so. I think so. What counts as Unk? Anybody born before 2000? 2000? They'd only be 26 years old. Like, you'd be born... You tell me 26 is Unk status? 26 is Unk? What? Look at my chat history. What is this? Broken wand near cube. Yeah, I'm going. I'm making my way back over to it. Don't worry, we'll get to it. I gotta find... The problem is I'm looking for a spot to put this chaotic poly where I won't run into it later. I don't just like placing it on the ground. I feel like it's gonna haunt me. Oh. That's a pretty good statted wand. It's just... Yeah, we'll have to think on that one. If there's a way we can utilize that. I'm sure there is. Put it in the cube. Oh, that's kind of genius, actually. Are you a genius? Are you a wizard? Going back over here. It should be right over here, this meditation cube. We're coming up on it pretty quick. Yeah, there it is. Oh, how did I miss that ledge? Darn ledge. Alright, so we jump into here, and you're saying we just leave the chaotic poly here. We never go back in this territory ever again, right? We won't even need it. Is bro so scared of chaotic poly that he just did that? Well, I mean, I also need to grab the broken wand that was right next to it.
You guys are so cute. I could just maul you to death.
Ooh, a reroll for this? I'm feeling it. Ooh, decisions. Easy healing for the rest of the run, or unlimited rocks for the rock build. Let me think on that for a moment. I need a moment. There's... Oh, look at this. 2 drunk healers immediately. It's tricky because if we grab unlimited spells, the unlimited rocks are just going to kill all the healers in this zone. And yeah, because it's the midsummer holiday in Noita, you'll see these little bottles around. And yes, you can pick them up. In fact, we'll pick them up in a little bit, but they're all over the place. They're just little beer bottles. Look how many of... They're just everywhere. Beer bottles all over the place. Forgot how plentiful they are. One moment, we are just sneaking our way down to the... Is this something weird about this? Like, there's so many healers. I don't remember. Is that part of the holiday? I don't think... Oh my god! I think this is a coincidence, but very unusual. Pretty nice wand. It's to have the drunk fights last longer. And need the heals. Beat his ass and then heal him up. And see, when there's a healer like this, you can just walk over here. You say, hey healer, you love these fish, right? They're your best friend, right? I'm gonna kick him. I'm gonna beat that fist? That fish ass. Can't talk today. My brain is lagging. Oh shit. Okay, we actually have a problem. He's gonna drown himself. Don't worry, it's fine. He's replaceable. Trying to beat that little fish, and he decided he was gonna end it all. Teleportatium, we haven't been using any of it today. So, unstable tele works in this as well. I just like to have the stable stuff in case I need to use it. Which we haven't had to. Why are all the healers suicidal? The devs just made them that way. They're little suicide machines. This is pretty nice. Have this and this. Looking good. And I guess we'll drop one of the whiskeys for this. Oh my god, he just shot the healer in the back of the head. Gave him the old Lenny treatment. Poor little healer. Grab the bottle. Oh yeah, we have room now. Sure, we're grabbing unlimited spells. So then this will make it so that we don't need all these rocks. We just need one of them because it's infinite. The unlimited charge strategy doesn't really work so well with things that are infinite. So add the damage field. We could add the damage field actually. That's a great idea. That is a solid idea. Damage field onto the rock. There we go. There's our little bottle of beer. All bottles are empty? Yeah, it's supposed to be that they're drunk. That's why they're drunk, because they drank all the beer. Hard to find them once you start to blow. Oh, there we go. Here's one that's still got some room in it, so we can jump in here. There you go. Now we have basically a flask of water, but it just is a beer bottle of water. Yeah, makes sense. Alright, so damage field rock. Remember, we're about to be fighting the Big Steve. This is Scowd, so that's why I wanted to prepare this ahead of time. Where is he? Hello? There we go. The homing rocks do fantastic against him, as you probably noticed. The way you could mess up this build against the Big Steve is, you know how like he was standing there for a moment, we could see him. If I jump down clearly where Big Steve like makes eye contact with me, like it has a line of sight to my character, this makes it so that he goes into like this kind of matter eater mode, like he eats terrain around him. So when the rock goes after him, a lot of the times he'll delete the rock and it won't hurt him. Instead, though, if you just cast the rock and then stand to the side so that he doesn't see my character, he'll roam around like normal and the rock will just kill him without his, you know, terrain deleting mode turning on. What's your best pickup line in a bar? My best pickup line. I go up to him and I say, I'm DunkOrSlam, the Twitch streamer. Works every time. 100% win rate. What do you guys think? Pretty solid? To him? To him. To him. Like, him. Could be him. Could be her. Could be they. Could be them. Could be a hamster. Don't judge me, alright? How dare you? Damn it, it's Pride Month. Come on, chat. You're ruining the month. Do you hibernate like a hamster? Do hamsters hibernate? My hamster knowledge is lacking. Dunk thinks about a pickup line, immediately assumes it's about romancing a dude. Listen. The Twitch base is mainly known to be male, alright? So listen, it's the only way, it's the only group it's gonna work on. It is I, DunkOrSlam, Twitch streamer. Works 100%. I don't think they exist in cold winter areas. Mice are active all winter in the Arctic. Are you guys making up hamster facts? Is that what's happening now? You lied about them hibernating? What's the largest capacity wand you found? It's hard to say because I'm pretty sure it's just 26. There was like a daily run that happened one time that had beyond a 26 capacity, but I wouldn't really count that as like I found, because it was like that day whenever I got to stream, there were a lot of people that were like, did you see today's daily? Has a broken wand on it. So it's kind of like, you know, a community found wand. Now, the broken wands are pretty rare. I don't remember ever actually finding one my own. Just organically stumbling across some crazy one. Ooh, electric arc. If we find the electric immunity, it could end up being nice. A hamster's whole existence is just finding increasingly bizarre ways to die. There you go, I'm learning about the hamster. Hamster knowledge is increasing. Here's the Google AI answer. All right, what do we got? Google, what you got for us? Domestic hamsters do not naturally hibernate. Instead, cold temperatures trigger a dangerous involuntary state called, is that torpor? Torpor? Because they lack sufficient fat reserves. Prolonged torpor can be fatal. If your hamster feels cold, limp, or unresponsive, it is likely in torpor and must be warmed up immediately. So it's saying domestic hamsters. So the reason it's for it to specify means that they do hibernate. AI slop moment. Turns out hamsters do hibernate. I mean, that's what the wait, even domestic ones? But domesticated hamsters rarely enter true hibernation. Since hamsters have been domesticated, they no longer have to adapt to a changing environment as they would in the wild. So it is kind of right, but I guess it didn't say that they could happen rarely. Well, there you go. You didn't think you're gonna learn about hamster hibernation today, did you? But now you know. Take that fun fact to the bar, and trust me, it's gonna work on him. Tell him you learned about it in a DunkOrSlam stream. That'll work. Again. Listen, hamster fun facts aren't going to work on the ladies, alright? I don't make the rules. I wouldn't ever mention your name to anyone in real life. Hey, what the hell does that mean? What? You're ashamed of me? It's kind of a bold move by me. I didn't have any teleports or anything. I was just like, fuck it. Ooh. Look at this. Now that is a wand. I wouldn't even mention Dunk's stream if I met Dunk IRL. Hey. Hey. My girlfriend says I'm a virgin because I hang out here. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on, I feel attacked at this point. What did I do? I'm over here trying to help you guys with your hamster fun facts, also known as famsters. Do not Google only famsters. Only famsters? What's that? Was that OnlyFans for your family? What is this? OnlyFans for your family members. Listen, there was that time. You know how like every year at the end. Well, it's been this way probably for like 6 years now. It's become a popular trend, but maybe some websites have been doing it much longer, where they'll do like a recap for the year. Usually it's by user, where they'll send you your like personalized recap to be like, here's the you know, on Twitch, like here's the Twitch stream you watched the most this year. Here's the second most. It gives you like your stats. Well, I can't remember which porn website it was. Probably was just like Pornhub or some shit. They posted their recap for the year, for the US, state by state, which was the most popular like search terms or some shit like that. In a couple of states, it was family. Like, listen, it wasn't Texas. It wasn't Texas, but it definitely had family. And I forget, it was one of those like, was it like Kansas or some shit? I remember that one was like homegrown. I was like, how the fuck is that the most common search? Homegrown? What the fuck? That was a weird one. That one stuck out in my mind. Yeah, homegrown. Thinking, what a really specific thing to search. Homegrown. That's another word for family. I know, but I'm just saying, like, who, like, what? Homegrown. It's time for the yearly viewing of the incest coffee commercial. I don't think it's been a year since the last time we watched it. I feel like it's been like 6 months, maybe. You talking about shit? What's the brand again? Folgers. Folgers coffee. The incest commercial. It's been like 2 months. Okay, it hasn't been 6 months. It's been 2 months. Well, listen, they don't call it the incest commercial, but it's Folgers about a brother and a sister that share a special bond. It's a real commercial that obviously caught people's attentions because they were like, what the fuck? Do it. You can look it up. It's real, man. And then there's a funny skit that people made that is also about the Folgers commercial. That's like 10 years old. Actually, that may be older than that. Maybe like 15 years old. So I know you're not linking who was that who so Mr. A, we talked about this before. I know you're not linking like actual porn. You're linking the review thing. But because of the URL, it doesn't let me look at it. Because, you know, in Texas, they kind of got some restrictions, and it's a whole thing. God bless America. Don't you have a VPN, Unk? I mean, yes, but that wasn't me. That's, listen, I've had the VPN for like, I don't know, 6 years or some shit. Unrelated. Don't give me that look, Chad. Don't give me that look. I've had it before. Listen, that ban happened like a year or two ago. The ban is somewhat recent-ish. Don't judge me. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. He had to change his location to Kansas before his searches. Hold up now. Don't you go blaming that homegrown bullshit on me. Alright, you're probably somebody from Kansas that's trying to, like, deflect and distract. No. How dare you. Who was it that linked corn by accident? No need to say the name, actually. I think they're here right now. They were here. I'm not naming any names. I'm not naming any names. Lude just fucking yells his name. Hey, I didn't say anything. I didn't specify. Somebody leaked corn? They didn't just leak it. They did it during Noita together. They, a very vague they, and, you know, whenever people have, like, Noita... I think it was around the time that people were sharing their, like, Noita deaths in Noita together. And somebody messed up their copy-paste. And it was like, here, check out, you know, my death or whatever. And I just, you know, it was a person in our community for years, so I just clicked it. Wasn't really paying attention. I got lucky that those servers, those corn servers, were... running on like a Raspberry Pi or some shit because it loaded slow as hell. I drug that shit. I grab it. I grab the browser. I bring it onto the stream and it's just loading. And I was like, what the hell? What's taking so long to load? Then I read that domain name and I was like, oh no. So yeah, I actually got saved by some site having really shitty servers. And yeah, there is a clip of it. It happened on stream, fucking live. It's been a couple years though. It's been a couple years. Not the API. It was a fast again. Oh wait, was it really? Wait, why am I getting a link to what the hell? Did this say bimbo abuse? Let's click X on that. I'm a little bit scared of that link. Why does it say bimbo abuse? What? What?
Smiley face.
Wait, what? Wait, I almost... What? Yo! Yo!
I sent you a clip of the error in Discord DM.
Yo! I would have gotten banned, thank God. It was a close one. Oh no, I'll save this one for later. It's like, oh shit, really quick. Like before I drag it off screen, you see me bookmark it like really quick. Oh fuck, bookmark. Sigh, I'm sorry. I'm not clicking the link, alright? We've already tortured him enough over the years. Let the man recover his image. One mislink does not define somebody. Though it is hilarious. I had a wand with an extra black hole on it, and I don't know where I put it. Because I am dumb. Chat, do you guys remember? Up your butt. This seems accurate. Very helpful. It's gay month, don't shame. You hear that, chat? That's directed at you. I would never do such a thing. Aw, fuck. See, you see what I did there? Okay, let's put a little ambrosia on us to make sure that we are good. So where I messed up on this kill, remember I told you, do not let him like see you. You don't want him to have a line of sight on your character. Well, right here, I gave him a line of sight there for a moment. That was just me being sloppy. The smart thing to do is to understand that the rock has gravity on it. So whenever this ledge is still there, you should throw it down. It will land down here, and then it will home onto him. I should have never peeked around the corner like I did. I was just being silly. Let's grab the dice. So this is kind of nice because there is a Implicate. Implicate casts a copy of the projectile in front of you and behind you. The issue I'm going to have with this is that this wand's stats are actually too good to take advantage of this. So if I were to shoot this black hole set up this way, when I shoot it, so I currently have 1 charge, I shoot it, you're going to see that I lose my 1 charge, and we do not want that. So what we need to do instead, well, first let's go grab one of the wands I left on the ground up here. 390. So we actually want the Monomax to be, so 180 twice is 360, plus this costs 40, so that would be 400. That's actually perfect. So we can use this wand here. And we say black hole, Implicate, and we shoot it. And it only shoots off a single black hole. And it does not use a charge. So this means that we actually now have infinite black holes without getting a Greek letter, thanks to the Implicate. Normally the Implicate is limited in its charges. It's still good to know this setup, but it's limited. You have like, what's it, like 20 of them, 30 of them? But I have unlimited spells. The unlimited spells perk does make Implicate infinite. So now I can just dig infinitely, and we're good. Ooh, there's an Uko. And he gone. Hidden heart maybe? Let's see. Nope, there was a chest with the arrow. Boomerang. Boomerang's one of those that's kind of nice to hold on to if you can. So we may end up with the keels later on. Alright, this time we won't mess it up. This time we throw the rock around the corner. Big Steve does... Aw, what the... The rock got stuck on him. That happens sometimes. Oh, it's because there's a nearby enemy. Oh, come on. Let's see what this enemy is. Get out of here. There we go. Now we can do it. Trying to. There we go. What? Oh, he was left with like barely any health. Those rocks, once they start to phase into him, it's annoying because then it makes it where you shoot more rocks and they also don't hit them very hard because they're blocking. The first rock is blocking the other rocks. We're going to go with Tinker to speed up the run a bit. Do you remember when they had to tell people not to shoot tornadoes in the Midwest because the bullets were getting whipped around in random directions? Wait, what? Is that real? Stop trying to shoot the tornadoes. It's not working. Yes. I mean, it doesn't shock me that somebody has shot at a tornado. That part's not. I mean, people obviously do random dumb shit all the time. The fact that a notice needed to be put out to stop shooting at tornadoes. Now that's interesting. You know what sucks is we haven't got a teleport all day today. When was the new guy in the corner puking his guts out sound alert removed? 2 years ago? 3 years ago? Been a long time. We haven't used any heart mage tricks or anything like that today. We've just had because we had stronger hearts in our first mountain. We're at 905 HP now. Not bad. Let's see if we can get Big Steve killed properly this time. Big Steve? What? He just left? Okay, now he's coming back. Alright, took a moment, but we got him. I'm gonna leave Iron Stomach in this last mountain because we are gonna do some goofy stuff later. And there's ducks. Deadly heal. There's a misbuild hiding. The thing is, we're missing like a good homing. So we have the built-in homing here, but that won't. It's only gonna work on the trigger. People think you're bald for some reason, even though you're so hairful. To prove them, you have hair. I sent an off-stream pic of you, and Chase checked this. Some people learning how to use AI, and they're just generating... Well, that's okay. Well. wait. It's true. It's true, Coco. All right. Yes, this is one of my off-stream pics.
Smash.
Absolute noob question. Why are you playing a 2025 version? No updates. Why am I playing a 2025 version? Wait, what do you mean by that? 2025 version? Like the build? This is the latest update there's been in Noita. That's the last update ever in the game. If you look at the release notes, you'll see that right here, changes from master build January 25th, 2025. So really, these weren't even like actual updates. The actual last content patch that happened in Noita was April 30th, 2024. I think that is it. No, those are just bug fixes. April 8th, 2024 was the actual last content update in the game. It's been a while. It's been a bit. I wonder if they'll come up with new updates. That's a great question. I wonder that all the time, Clover. All the time. Every once in a while, I'll make a comment that is usually like, you know, something along the lines of maybe the devs will fix or change this one day, and then usually the chat spams copium at me. Cope! But yeah, I hope one day they return, but there's a good chance they won't because they also have their own projects to work on, you know what I mean? Like they have other stuff. While we love Noita, Noita for them is also kind of like a business thing, right? That's was how they made a living, or how they make a living. For us, we just love it. We love the game. I wonder why they abandoned Falling Everything. I'm not sure what happened with the whole, you know, marketing out their engine to, you know, other game companies so they can make games on it. It seemed like that was a big thing that they were going to go for, but it just never happened. Or at least as far as we know, it never happened. But you don't have to be too sad because Noita, even if the devs do not ever update the game, it's had its impact. It's had a decent impact on the gamer world, and that's a good thing because it means other indie devs out there who are, you know, maybe they still are passionate about Noita, are inspired by it and stuff, and then that leads to games like this, which are inspired by Noita. They're devs making their own custom engines so they can make games like Noita. Will it be as good as Noita? I don't know, but gotta keep an eye out. You never know when that next Noita-like game will come out. I'm always keeping an eye open for it, but yeah, that's Quantum Corp. If you really want to look into it, I'll type !meat bat is the name of the studio that's making it, and the project name though is Quantum Corp. They haven't given it an official name yet. That's its like project name. But yeah, there you go. That link right there in the chat should lead you to their Discord. That's where I was just looking at. That's a Discord. They post videos on it showing their game development and stuff. There hasn't been any recent ones. The reason I cut that one off midway is because we've already watched that one like 20 times on stream. Why it looks like Noita? Those devs intentionally did that. They were inspired by Noita. In fact, on their Discord, they had months ago, they had like a sign up for testing their game whenever it gets to that point where it's ready to be tested. And so you'd fill out like a little survey. In the survey, it specifically said, have you played Noita before? Because they've talked about it many times where they say that they were inspired by it to make the game that they're currently making. Their speed up. Even faster black holes. Recoil damper, that is quite nice. We are looking for telly bolts, that's what we need right now. Even though we do... I think that one wand did have a return on it, I don't know where I put it. Oh well, we don't need it, we're gonna find a telly bolt. Serious question, when are you gonna win starting from hell? I've won from the work before, but somebody was asking for a season 2 of random start location. Some people have asked for that. Unsure if and when. Ooh, we do want the homing. Belly bolt, where are you? That is not a teleport bolt. Dunk, you fatty. I'm projecting. I do need to get a bit more exercise these days. Gotta keep the heart healthy. But again, DunkBot 2.0 first, and then comes the exercise. Though I have been building up a foundation of exercise to make sure that I can get into the groove of things with exercising once DunkBot 2.0 is out. You'll see, chat. You'll see. Not copium. When bro tried to exercise, he broke his hip. No, it was not from fucking just trying to exercise, breaking my hip. I was playing basketball, alright? Hey, I got that rebound. I still came out victorious. It just, you know, came with a little bit of pain. Can you dunk? I could dunk if it wasn't for, you know, a little bit of extra girth weighing me down. But when my exercise arc begins, we get back into dunking shape, okay? Don't worry, I'll show you guys when we get back there. When would that be? After DunkBot 2.0. No, not never. You'll see. You'll be seeing the results soon enough. You'll be seeing it. You'll be seeing it. You'll just wait. Just wait. Oh, actually, there's a hook bolt. We could run that.
Dunk has 1 or 2 inches too much of belly fat, that is.
Shut your mouth. All right, we'll use this for our shitty telewand for now. We'll see it. Yeah, you'll see the results. You'll be like, damn, you're looking quite jacked, and I'll be like, yeah, I've just been working out, no big deal. Please, no autographs. You'll be seeing it, my friend. Will you undress for us? How are we gonna tell? That's how muscular I'll be. I'll just be fucking ripped, man. Be like this at all times. Fucking won't be able to put my arms down. Too jacked. Alright, okay, maybe I'm not gonna... listen, my point is I'm gonna be running a little bit because I have been sitting around for many years now. For a little bit too long. I will get in some more exercise. It's just right now, DunkBot 2.0 is eating up most of my free time. Dunk, I'm in my 30s. I don't have 30 years to wait for that. We're getting there. Slowly chipping away. Yeah, we have the boomerang. We have one right here. That's why I didn't grab the second one, but I guess the second one couldn't hurt if we really wanted to.
I keep telling you, I put the weight on for a role in a movie. Not for any particular role, but I figured they can always a big fat guy in a movie.
I get you. I hear you. You want to leave your options open. Teleports! They do exist. They are real. Yay. Well, now that we have these teleports, let's just do the easiest thing there is, which is parallel world. Even though our health is... Oh my god. Okay, let's not get ourselves killed. Even though our health is kind of low, as long as we... Oh my... What is happening? Now we found short tellies. We upgraded... We had that telly for 2 seconds before we got upgraded. There was an explosion on Drunk? Wait, where? Hold on. I was half paying attention. Where's the explosion on Drunk? You're a hero! You're a genius! The reason... The explosion on Drunk is normally not a very exciting modifier. But today, since it is a holiday in Noita, we are trying to do like a drunk theme. Because that's the whole midsummer apparently is... A lot of it is alcohol related because in Noita, it's the hiisi base is filled with alcohol and drunk hiisi. My god, we're finding all kinds of stuff right now. Hold up. My brain's trying to process. Can't keep up. Lagging. All northern holidays are alcohol based. Yeah, I've learned that. I've learned that. I was misinformed or uninformed before I joined the Noita community, and then I realized, I see. Makes sense. You're like, hey, do you want to go outside and die in the 10 foot of ice, or do you want to drink? And they're like, I'll just get drunk. Tends to be the go-to. We'll drop that for now. Okay, so my health is a bit too low to the point that I'm actually kind of nervous about going to a parallel world, even though we shouldn't be. Like, Ambrosia would be enough to keep us safe, but just to be 100%, like to be certain that we're going to be fine, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the far left wall, and then whenever I hit it, I'm going to go up, and I'm going to go grab one of the Gourds. And remember, the Gourds are these free heals that are like always there. Decreased lifetime on the telly. Do I have a decreased lifetime? I have an increased lifetime. I have the opposite of that. Get the Nala from the pyramid boss? Yes, that's what I want to do as well. There's like several things you want to do, but first I wanted to prioritize grabbing the heal. Oh, here we go. No. No! He broke all my heals, but I grabbed one of them. That's why I gotta be kind of careful with them. Basically what happened is exploding corpses killed the first guy, which is not a big deal. Or I killed the first guy. Exploding corpses went off, not too big of a deal, but it threw the gold nugget. The gold nugget landed in the clump of refreshing gourds, and these are very fragile. So that nugget went flying, hit them, broke them, and in fact I think it broke a couple of them open, which there still was a group of them, but I didn't want to waste the heals, so I tried to jump into them real quickly. Then it led to me killing the other guy, and then yeah, it's a whole thing. But we have a backup refreshing gourd. We got some of the heals. We're good. I assume you can't use gourd as a held material, right? Oh no, no, like that would be crazy actually. You hold the gourd and it shifts into something. That'd be pretty wild. I've never heard of anything like that before. See, if you look at my first flask, it looks really weird. That's because it is a beer bottle from the hiisi base. Because again, it's a holiday in Noita right now. Grab this, and then I will be taking the Nala. Do something like this, I think is okay. Go up here. Woo! You can shift the gourd. I'm pretty sure it changes the healing aura. You can shift the gourd? Like this item. You can... I don't think you can shift that. You can change the visuals of the thing, maybe. Like the... It targets the healing aura instead. Targets... So you're telling me if you hold a gourd and you do a fungal shift, Phoenix is I call bullshit. I'm calling bullshit as well. What is this? Try it? I mean, I don't think it's a thing. You're just making stuff up. I think you're lying. I mean, I'm right. But what you're saying doesn't make any sense. Because you're saying you can hold the gourd and do a fungal shift, but it targets the aura. But the aura is not a material. Where's the song? Oh, yes. My bad, my bad. I was reading chat.
DunkTales are bald.
I'm going. Well. Looks like I found something Dunk doesn't know. I think you're full of shit. Show me a clip of this. Prove it. Prove it. There we go.
Lurking in this sweaty cave here in Dunkville. Moist moms, monsters, swapper mages. It's a dunk thrill. Might get a victory. Extend your win streak. DunkTales, ooh. Every night he's out there screaming. DunkTales, ooh. Tales of glory, crouches when skill prevails. Ooh. Danger weeds will find you. Avert your eyes, emotes will find you. Punching out and slide into some DunkTales. Let's take a spin, might get a win on DunkTales. Ooh. Tales of a legend, all jokes and good dunk spells. Ooh. Not give a fails on
What?
snails, no DunkTales. Ooh.
Dude, a silence went off randomly. What the hell's happening with that wiring? Oh, there's a storm outside. Oh. It was the lightning outside. Oh, Teddy. I'll be right back, chat. Thank you, chat, for reminding me about poor little Teddy. He was gonna be upset, stuck out there in the rain, but not have been happy. Hold on. Just dumping out my water because I didn't know if it had any cat hair in it. I don't want any cat hair. All right. Get back to the gaming, yeah? Ugh. That's the best water? Ew. Cat hair water?
Talking, go to jail.
Alright. He is safe in his little cozy area, and I gave him a cat treat and stuff, so he's happy. You left us? Sorry, it's kind of like last minute. Because because whenever the lightnings and stuff, Teddy's scared of thunder. So I chat reminded me, you know, Teddy. I was like, oh crap! I had to go rush and let him in. You left me all alone here. Chat was awful. Yeah, they are known to be pretty crazy. I apologize for leaving you alone with them. All right. He is not a Thundercat. He is an anti-Thundercat. He hates the thunder. Alright, let's get everything set up here. We're in good shape. We're gonna swap over to an explosion, a drunk mist build now. Because I did say I was gonna run one today. The way we do it is pretty simple. Move that out, this out, this out. Pretty much everything is gonna get moved out. I'm gonna put down one mist here. One mist here, and I'm gonna move the explosion on drunk there. So it's actually really easy. If anybody feels overwhelmed by a build like this, it's kind of like an illusion. It looks like it's some crazy complex build when in reality it's actually not that much at all. All you do if you look right here, these are all modifiers attached to one spell. Like if I put a spark bolt here, it's all of these modifiers attached to one spark bolt. That's it. That's all there is to it. But with all of this stuff attached to a single spark bolt, the issue is, watch when I spam the spark bolt, watch my mana pool. Even then, it blasts through my mana pool, even though it's just one projectile. If you put an add timer here at the beginning, all of these modifiers between the add timer and the projectile become free. So now when I'm casting it, look at my mana pool. Versus, clearly, that runs out real quick. So this makes all of this free. And instead of attaching it to a spark bolt, I'm actually going to attach it to a mist of spirits. So from there, if we put down a another mist, even though this mist is before this mist, if I want this mist over here to get all of these modifiers just like this one has it, all you need is like a double. By putting a double here, it means this mist is grouped with this one. If this one has any modifiers, it shares it with other projectiles in the group. So for example, if I put down a triple, put down a mist, you don't have to put a mist. You can put a triplicate bolt, and you could put a spark bolt. There's a triple spell. 1, 2. This is number 3. Number 3 has all the modifiers, gives them all to 2 and 1. So now all of these get these modifiers. Well, with this in mind, what we're doing is the spark bolt double trigger. That's pretty much like a spark bolt with a double built into it. We put down the mist right here, and then this mist will share all of its effects with this mist because of the double effect. And now I can shoot this out. I am now shooting out mists that'll home onto enemies and blow up. So let's and you know what, we can put an increased lifetime in the group as well. Let's check how they are looking. It's shredding.
Dunk, my wife found my drawer full of notes with chainsaw wrapping explanations, WD-40, hair growth products, and 2 pictures of you cosplaying as Alchemist. She wants a divorce. Can you advise?
What?
Oh, I really wish you guys could see this guy
What?
right now. He is drenched in sweat.
Where's my advice? Listen, I don't know. First off, pictures of me cosplaying as Alchemist. Share this picture first, and then I'll believe you. Longtime YouTube VOD watcher, first time catching your streams. Yo, what's up, Zach? Zach Paints, I appreciate the generosity, my dude. And thanks for watching the VODs. What are we doing today? Drunk stuff. That should be fine. And that, and that. What exactly are you doing in this run? Because today is a holiday in Noita, it's mainly like alcohol themed and stuff. So we're doing an alcohol themed run because of it being a holiday. If you want to see all the holidays in Noita, just type !holiday in the chat. It'll give you a link to the specific wiki page that lists the holidays that are celebrated in Noita. Trying to decide for our challenge today. Actually, you know what? We'll do a quick glance at the hiisi base because some people weren't here earlier when I went through the hiisi base. That's the main thing that you're going to notice about today's holiday. Most other stuff you won't notice too many changes, but if you get to the hiisi base, you'll be like, wait, this is a bit different. So when you get into the hiisi base, you'll notice that the hiisi guys are naturally drunk, and that includes the healers, so they don't shoot very accurate. And then there's these bottles all over the place. They don't seem like they're much, but those bottles actually can be useful. They pretty much just are. It's just like a flask, like a regular flask in Noita, a regular potion in Noita, and they just reskinned it into a beer bottle. That's it. It's supposed to be like the hiisi are just sitting around getting drunk, celebrating the holiday. But you can always pick up those bottles. And when you pick them up... Here, let me get rid of this heal. Are these broken? Okay. Well, it sucks because when they're broken, they're just laying there. It's hard to tell that they're broken. And they don't break like normal flasks. Let me find one. There's one that's not broken. So whenever you find them, they'll either be completely empty like this one, or I think actually sometimes they may just have like a pixel of water in them. Or is it beer? Let's see. Maybe it's just always empty. Couldn't remember. It's been too long, man. Been too long. They're sitting around celebrating and you come in and kill them all? Listen. They shouldn't have been slacking, alright? Their boss brought me in. I'm here for a performance review. If you don't meet the standard, then we have to kill you. That's the rules. Union breaker dunk. Oh no! I'm siding with the capitalists. Ooh, there's a lot of polymorphine right there. The reason I felt it was kind of necessary to point out that whole thing about the flask is some people are probably looking at my first flask and wondering what the hell it is. It's just a regular, it's just a water flask. I was just using it, the beer bottle as the water flask just for the fun of it today. On non-holiday days, is there a method to get the special items like SEMA? Great treasure chest, maybe. So SEMA, I believe, you should be able to get from a treasure chest. This one specifically, though, is a different kind of SEMA. It's, damn it, where do I, find a label for it? Actually, I'll just pull up the SEMA balls. Oh, don't SEMA balls. So, look here. On this holiday here, on Vapu, actually, there's several holidays, I think. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. But on Vapu, or... Vapu. There's SEMA and beer. This SEMA is the one that I feel like you can get them from, like, treasure chests and stuff. I could be wrong, but I feel like... But then there's this other one here, which is the Midsummer Mead. It's a rare potion which applies the wet status effect, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if you can get this one outside of the holiday. I've never noticed it on like drop list before. That doesn't mean it's not there. I just maybe never have taken notice to it. This one could be that it's specific only today, only during Midsummer. SEMA is a Finnish alcoholic drink. So yes, lots of this version of SEMA, the Midsummer Mead, and then there is beer. I don't think there actually is any regular SEMA spawns. See, it's just these two. They replace regular spawns at a 9% chance. So basically 1/10 of all your flasks have been replaced with these like alcohol drinks, which in Noita is kind of a big deal. 1/10 of all your flasks. That's a lot of flasks. You're making mozzarella sticks? You want some? Oh, I fucking love mozzarella sticks. I'm down, Professor. Hook me up. Who doesn't love mozzarella sticks? You'd have to be one messed up bastard to turn down some mozzarella sticks. Oh my god. Once per stream, food rant. Never had mozzarella sticks. It's just like it's like a fried piece of cheese. Cheese, awesome. Frying something, deep fried anything, delicious. It's a win-win.
Are Noita holiday events something that happen on any run during that period or daily run only?
They're any run during that period of time, and it goes by your local, like your actual computer clock. So if you were to ever trick your game into thinking that it's Christmas today, like by changing your computer clock into Christmas, then it would actually spawn in the Santa hiisi. Even if you're playing the daily run, if you're playing the regular run, whatever, it just goes by that your computer clock. Double explosion on drunk. Actually, was there another one? Oh, there isn't a... I actually don't know if this benefits too much, but we'll do it just because it is in theme with the run, and as long as I put it after the ad timer, it's free anyways, so... fine with me. That's how I got the Santa. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you because it's a pretty easy holiday to miss. Usually people around Christmas time are a little bit busy, so it's not unheard of to be like, fuck, I just missed Christmas. Nobody, I think I'm one of the few people that are like, alright, it's Christmas, time to play some Noita. With that said, there are some like apps and stuff online that you can, like, because it is a little bit risky to go changing your actual computer clock. Sometimes that can really fuck with like Windows shit. So it's easier to just, there's like an app that you can download that is like a date/time changer. What it does is you can choose whatever app, like whatever game you're running, and feed it a certain time in date. And that's simply what I use if I ever am doing anything with that. How close are you to 10,000 hours? 9,567 hours, 567.8 hours specifically. I think my build will be kind of not great against a dragon. Will they be a 10,000 hours event? Probably not, but I don't know, we'll see. We gotta put a lot of mist down. There we go. Didn't want him getting too much speed. Otherwise, we can have some problems. Should do the rest of the time to 10,000 in a single run? Like 500 hours? Is that what you're saying? Are you crazy? Have you lost your mind? This wand is going to be terrible at trying to kill the alchemist, but I'm going to see what happens if I do. Ah! Not the worst ever. Not the worst. The reason I was doing that is because I was thinking I want to swap up how my heals are set up, and or like how my black holes are set up. There's like several things that we should probably change. Alright, so then we're gonna grab this, and what are we gonna do here? Make this the heal wand. Make this the black hole wand. We don't need the implicate anymore, because we're going to use a Greek letter to copy. The implicate method is whenever you're having to use like kind of these funky wands. The regular Greek letter ones are more obvious. Last spell, first spell. Let's make it the first spell on the wand. So then we put the chainsaw here. Let's get rid of these charges. Pretty good. Wow, something just fucked me up. And then our telly wand is okay, except for the fact that we also want... actually, you know what? Let's go... How's that look? Good. Alpha goes here. Move the heels to the front of the wand. It's gonna be fucked up for a bit. Triple there. Let's see. Okay, it's a bit scuffed because now the heels have Nala on them. We'll figure that out in a bit, I guess. We need to grab like an expiration trigger or a timer. Actually, we can just grab like any of the add whatever and I can make it work. Garbage. Garbage. Add trigger. That is fine. So we go add trigger here to this add timer. This timer goes here to this thing here. Move that there. How are we looking? Perfect. So essentially, the teleport bolt will shoot forward and then die off after just a couple frames because of the Nala. And because of the add timer, it makes it so that whenever the teleport dies, it shoots off the spell after it, which is the alpha. Alpha copies the heal. So every time I teleport forward, it shoots off a heal afterwards. And the reason we had to do it in this weird way was because if we had the heal as just like outside the group, just chilling like this, then the issue is the Nala, which kills a spell very quickly, kills the teleport quickly, but it also kills off the heal very quickly. So this means that the heal is unable to hit the player. It's unable to help me. So I wanted the Nala to be on the telebolt, not on the heal, which is what required us to do the little bit of a weird setup. And so now tellies fly far, and we can do this. We're looking good. I did a job application as a junior dev. Wish me luck, and thanks for being here, and that you calm my nerves. Hey, don't be stressed, my dude, Nusper. Whatever. If it doesn't work out, that's just because there's a better one coming up. You just got to keep your eyes open, eyes and ears, you know, paying attention, because there will be something coming up for you that'll be the perfect opportunity. So if it's meant to be, you'll get it, Nusper. Just be confident. Confidence is the key. It's all gonna work out. Not copium, that's factium. Listen, I was working at a library, bored as hell, and was like, hey, I have an economics degree. I should probably do something with this. I want to change the pace. I don't know, was very, very unmotivated, bored with life, I guess, maybe, I don't know. And then, so I left there. Then I started streaming. Then Noita came out, I became addicted, and look at me now, I'm a professional man-child. I play video games and hang out with you guys. Now, obviously that probably won't last forever, but I'll enjoy it while it lasts, and it's just one of those things, it worked out. So be confident. Live in the dreams, oh hell yeah. I definitely try not to take anything for granted because, you know, there's no guarantee for a tomorrow. Just enjoy it while it lasts. Yo, Atari Zero, thanks for the 5 gifted. Appreciate you, man. He's supporting that man child. Hell yeah. Thanks, man. Any backups ready for like if streaming like goes under? I mean, I have an economics degree, so I would have to put that to use. I think my hardest thing would be like if I was applying to stuff that you have like a resume, you know. I don't know how I fully explain to them how things went. They're like, what's this gap right here? I'm like, do you know of Twitch? I was there. I was streaming. I've been in jail. Is that the better way to approach it?
Ha ha ha, support your local man-child / bald degenerate.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it, Atari Zero. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Just say OnlyFans. That's probably the better way to go about it. Have you heard of OnlyFans? Well, I was a top creator on there, so don't mean to brag. They're like, what? Like, oh, what I mean to say is, have you ever seen these YouTube pranksters? That was me. You can tell them all the time you were late and ended the stream early. What? What are you talking? You're just making stuff up now. You're just making stuff up. Didn't know that about you. Do you invest? Any general suggestions you can share? I mean, I wouldn't go to me for any investing advice unless you're talking about because of the economics degree. The economics degree, it's a little aged now.
Tell them how you used your econ degree to build an NFT economy on Twitch.
There you go. Wait a second, not NFTs though. I don't know, I found economics interesting. That kind of stuff, I enjoy it, but I wouldn't say like I'm necessarily good at it. I don't really do any investing. I don't really have like the extra funds that I would, because when it comes to that kind of investing stuff, besides like trying to save, you know, you try to save stuff, but investing can be one of those things that you gotta have the extra funding to start investing in that kind of stuff. Mine is more like bank account, saving for if I have an emergency kind of thing. Oh shit, I just threw my ambrosia. Do I need ambrosia today? Yes, I do. So let me pour this out. Am I drunk? Not yet, but we're getting there. Okay, we want a little bit of ambrosia in here. There we go, we got the ambrosia, we're good. Show them Twitch chat whenever you talk about your previous employer. This was my boss, and just show them Twitch chat. They're like, what the fuck? Is your boss sexually harassing you? I'm like, yes, every day. Listen, chat, it was ruled in the courts that being called bald is sexual harassment in, like, the UK or some shit? I can't remember where it was. But still, it counts. Solar's HR? Okay, that actually would be kind of scary. Solar as your HR? Like, I'd like to report something. He's like, I don't care. You're like, what? Oh, come on. Help. That's how my HR is. Okay, listen, your username is PervySage93. I think you probably should be grateful that your HR is that way, because you may have gotten let go of a long time ago. They're like, I'd like to report this. They're like, we don't fucking care. You're like, yes, excellent. He's a Naruto fan. Listen, I'm sure that's what they were telling HR. Like, this guy is role-playing as Jiraiya and is watching me through a peephole. He's just a big Naruto fan. We don't care.
No shame in doing a couple of Raid Shadow Legends streams to get that investment money. I, for one, will show up and pretend to have fun so you can get that bag.
I appreciate you. No, that's like part of the fun of like being in the position I'm in, is I just keep doing what I want to do, and then as long as I'm able to sustain, basically just pay my bills and survive, then I'm happy. I'm happy. And if one day that luck runs out, well, then it was meant to be. It's gonna be so hard to go to an actual job where you can't just look at chat to have the answer handed to you. It would be hard to go back to an actual job. I don't think it would be for that reason. I don't think it would be for the fact that I'm lacking Twitch chat to find out what to do next. Alright, what do we grab in here? I'm missing, like, Saving Grace. Yeah, exactly. We got Google. We got AI. We'll be just fine. But yeah, as for that advice earlier, talking about, I think they were mainly talking about from an economics perspective, general investing advice, so I didn't really have anything there. But if you're talking about advice as like, you know, how I ended up in the streaming world, I mean, the key to my surviving as a streamer has been that I was never in a situation where I was going to be like homeless if I didn't make enough money. You know, like some people, they dive into the streaming world and are like, hey, if I don't get enough subs, I'm not eating. Well, that kind of stuff is how you take the fun out of like the streaming world, because it's like the more real life is present in streaming, the less fun it is. When you're able to just play video games and goof around, then that's when you're able to really enjoy streaming, right? So the reason I was able to do that was because, you know, I've you know, been with my girlfriend forever now. She's my partner, and she was like with me on this journey, and it basically was like cool with me taking the little risk, you know, diving into the streamer world and just, you know, seeing how it works out. But because of that, it means that, like, you know, the financial burden wasn't 100% on me. So then I was able to just have fun hanging out with you guys and goofing around. And I just figured, if it, you know, whatever, I'll just do this as long as I'm able to. And then from there, I go back to actually like a real job. And it's been like 6 years now, which is cool. But the first couple years, I was not like self-sustained, meaning like I couldn't just solo take care of all the bills on my own. But these days I am in a place where I can take care of all my bills on my own, and I'm surviving, and it's awesome, man. But again, that's a kind of like a privileged position to be in, where you can have somebody else to rely on, so you can do some like man-child thing, right? We're like, I'm gonna go try and play video games on the internet. It's a very lucky position to be in. But I think that also is a kind of a key to being able to be successful with streaming. I guess everybody has a different journey, but for myself, being able to just focus on having fun makes it way easier to stream. Because if you're having to stare at like numbers and analytics and stuff all the time, you're gonna start saying, that's where you get those people with the crazy takes where they talk about like streaming being like so difficult. And I mean, statistically, it's not likely that you will have like some kind of big success, but it's not, when you are able to like make a living off of it, it's a very easy job, right? It's like a dream job kind of scenario. But then you have people that are in that dream job scenario and then talk about how hard it is being a streamer. Well, it's like, I think they're just so focused on the analytics side of it that you forget about the fact that you're literally just having fun, you know? I also think that the big part of your Twitch success are your immaculate vibes. I appreciate you. Hopefully they're not creepy vibes. I feel like chat sometimes tries to steer us off a weird road, and I have to try to, like, you know, steer us back, and I'm like, all right, come on, let's bring down the degeneracy. It's the NFTs. NFTs are not part of the vibes. Who the hell describes the vibes as NFT? Sound like terrible vibes. On the days you don't shave, I get creepy vibes. All right. Don't. Okay. I get that one. Don't look at my face, damn it. Don't look at me. We're kind of getting screwed. If you're curious why the run's really dragging on, it's because we're missing extra life or saving grace, or there's just so many things I would like to have right now, which we have not gotten, even though we are several parallel worlds in. Extra life right there. Just had to complain about it. Will you guys get married? Are you my girlfriend on her alt account? No, I'm just joking. Yeah, of course. You're in the common law marriage with her now. She is no longer your girlfriend, sir. That is true. In fact, there's been like legal issues with like I won't name the specific streamer, but because of having situations like that where his partner, he was with her, I guess, for so long while having success as a Twitch streamer, that she actually sued him as his common law marriage wife, which led to a lot of drama. I didn't name any names. You guys are naming the names. All right, that's not me. I didn't name it, but yeah, that's like a thing. I don't know if that's a thing outside the U.S. Do they have stuff like that over in Europe? It makes sense that like a law like that would exist. It doesn't make any sense? Well, it does make sense. No, it's supposed to be, so like, the problem is, you know, there's people that are together for long periods of time, and, you know, not everybody, like, marriage can mean different things to different people, right? But, you know, some people aren't exactly, it's not like a top priority in their life. They look at it like when they find that partner, they're with them, whether they're considered a girlfriend or a wife or a husband or a boyfriend, whatever they're considered. It's just like a label, right? And so because of that, they're like, marriage is not important. But people don't realize that if you're together with somebody for like 15 years or whatever, your life can change a lot, and this partner could become very financially dependent on you because maybe you guys did something together, maybe whatever it is. The point is your lives are like revolving around each other, and financially this can be a very big deal. Well, imagine after 15 or 20 years, let's say something extreme. You're together with a person for 30 years and you help them achieve success, and then one day you're separate, and because you weren't married, that person's success is 0%. Like, you have no access to it whatsoever. That would be pretty shitty. So it makes sense where it could matter. Obviously, like all laws, people then abuse that shit, could have no part in a person's success at all. And if anything, they could maybe hinder somebody's success, but then of course try to abuse the law to then get like they were married, like, hey, I want half of everything, that kind of stuff. So there's a reason it's there, but obviously it can very easily be abused. It's the same thing you see with like, damn it, what's the term whenever a person, squatter, like at a house? You see that before, where people just like walk into a house and they're like, this is my house now. And then people are like, what do you do about this? And they're like, that's their house. There's nothing you can do. And it leads like there's all this legal trouble. Like a person in the US can literally just like walk into a home and try to like claim dibs on it. And then it'll sometimes take years to get them out of a house. By the time they get the squatters out of the house is like destroyed. It's like completely fucked up. And you say, well, how the hell does a law, why would that even why would that even be a thing? How could a person just walking home and be like, dibs, it's mine? But it's because they had like rules put in place so that, you know, people who were renting out, they couldn't just on the drop of a hat kick people out of a house. You had to give them like a heads up. You had to go through these legal things. There's all these different reasons for it. But when they put these laws in place, people always find reasons to abuse it. People always find ways to take advantage of, like, you know, things like that. I think it, damn it, I wish I could remember this. This is some old fucking, some old law of some kind. Remember, like, so way back in the day, in like the U.S. history, I don't know, shit, what was this? Probably like the 70s or the, when was like the Dust Bowl? It's probably even further back than that. Oh shit, the 70s, the 40s. Okay, I was off by about 30 years. Actually, wait, the law may have been in the 70s. No, the law was probably like in the 50s. Anyways, the point is, there was this event that happened, I guess in the 40s or some shit, where they basically over-farmed some of this area to the point that, like, the soil was losing this nutrients, all this kind of bullshit, led to lots of dust and crap in the air, and it was very bad for farmers, it was bad for people, all this crap. So then they created a law, or they put some things in place so that farmers could be paid even when they're not farming. Like, you were getting paid to be a farmer and not grow something on certain parts of your land, right? It's a very general way to put it. But this makes sense. You're like, hey, this guy has to keep growing crops. It's his job. How is he going to survive? And at the same time, you're like, but if he keeps doing this, this is going to create, you know, all the nutrients in the soil going to get fucked up. We're going to end up with another Dust Bowl. So they came up with this idea to pay farmers to not farm on certain years. Well, when that happened, all of a sudden you had all these people in politics become farmers. It's like, wait, what? There are people who created the law or had a part in creating the law and then proceeded to buy land that they didn't have to farm because they knew they were going to be paid for it. So the point is, there's usually a good reason behind some of these things, but then obviously somebody's always going to abuse it. That was a very general, like, I'm sure there's a way more detail in that Dust Bowl shit, but you could look into it. Exploits go crazy, exactly. Exploits go crazy. We say that as we're playing a game that we're abusing a lot of things that may or may not be exploits. Like filthy animals abusing exploits. Anyways, here's how you bug this out and get 10 million HP. What am I missing for the challenge? I wanted to have Saving Grace because I was wanting to also experiment a little bit with the overeating mechanic. And yeah, I wanted to try some stuff. But it is not appearing. No matter how far we travel. Talking about the Agricultural Adjustment Act? You talking about the one where they try to protect farmers? I don't know. Honestly, I think it got redone. I think the old law may not still be in place. The one, because they had so many people that passed the law go on to abuse it. I have no idea. It was some old story, I'm sure, just educating. It's just something I've heard back in the day, that teaching people about how something put in place meant to do good can do a lot of damage, or it can be abused. Mimikium from the eye room? Oh, smart. Was that Mimikium in there, actually? Hold up. You're a genius. Whoa. Whoops. Alright, so I think we have everything in place that we want. We're going to do the drunk part of the run now. Well, we've already done a part of it. Our main build that we're running right now is Mist of Spirits drunk damage. But we also have, like, other damage attached to it. But the Mist of Spirits are the only things doing damage. And it's doing pretty good damage. Back in 1933? Oh, shit. What the fuck? This is going back even further. My timeline's scuffed. We're going pre-World War II? There you go. That's Great Depression era. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. World War 1.5. Weren't you born pre-World War II? Hilarious. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach the bottom, then we're going back to the main world, and we're going to do the other parts of the run. The other drunk-related stuff. Imagine if you were in charge of releasing World War II, the world would be such a better place. If I was in charge of releasing World War II, what does that even mean? What? It would never be released? Okay, it's a DunkBot 2.0. I see what you're doing there. You know what? You're on the list. You're on the list. And when no, not you got I got you, bitch. I will get you in the end. All right, you motherfucker. I will get you in the end. No, 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 no. You're gonna load up DunkBot 2.0, and it's gonna have a picture of me giving you the middle finger. And you're not even gonna complain because you're gonna know exactly that you deserve this. All right, this moment right here, I want you to remember it. It's gonna factor into your DunkBot 2.0 experience. So DunkBot 2.0 web-based or a Bitcoin miner? No, it's not web-based. Well, maybe at one point, but don't worry about it. Sounds like feature creep that just delays the release. No, there's no feature creep. We're fine. We're fine. Speaking of which, let's get back to the main world. We got no more delay in this run. All right, we're in the main world again because we took the portal, taking us home. What does a sweat deposit reward do? That's how you move your channel points into the bank so that you can spend it because Twitch's API is really limited. So it doesn't let us spin directly from the channel points if we want to do really fun creative stuff, which is, I know, a little bit annoying, but oh well. It's the best we can do for now. All right, we jump into the ambrosia. And then let me go grab the beer. Oh wait, this one's milk. We don't want milk. We want the other island. Right here. So that we can get our hands on the beer. There it is. You drink the beer, you get the mildly boozed effect. Yeah, so we can pour in the mimicium, the beer into the mimicium, make a ton of beer. But the issue is the overeating. So basically, if you weren't here earlier, you're going to be a little confused. What I was thinking is we just drink enough beer that we go, our satiation is over 1,000%. Our stomach is full over 1,000%, which means like we grab iron stomach, drink, boom, we're super full. But Chow was like, wait, we want to see that you're drunk for over, like, I don't know, I said 1,000%, so I guess they were thinking 1,000 seconds of drunkenness, and I was like, well, that's gonna be torture on our eyeballs to have to experience that for like the entire run. So then we argued for a little bit, so I thought, fuck it. Well, but because if we grab iron stomach and we try to drink the beer, apparently you won't get the booze effect because iron stomach ignores. Iron stomach makes it where you can eat most things in Noita and not have any side effects. That's not true for 100% of things, but for a lot of things it is true. So I believe the beer won't give you a boozed effect. So how do we fill our stomach up to 1,000% while not having iron stomach and all that? Well, apparently whiskey is the key to making your character as drunk as possible with as little as possible. But I also wanted to experiment with using ambrosia to protect us from the explosion of overeating. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes too much sense, but that's 1,000 seconds is only 17 minutes. Yeah, that's not too bad, right? But I don't know if we'll be able to, like, if we go for 1,000%, if it'll also eat like, I think it'll go beyond maybe 1,000 seconds. Use the special day drink. You're talking about, I think there was some, did I leave it over here? No, that one's beer. Let me go find one that you're talking about, because we have ran past many of them today. Another ambrosia. Fuck, where did I put some of that stuff? Oh, there it is, right there. So you're saying you wanted me to do it with the midsummer drink. The midsummer Sema. Alright, you get this. There you go. This one? Is that the one you were hoping for? Let me... getting stuck on everything. Alright, let me see if I take a sip of this. We gotta do some math here. 10% or 10% on the stomach. 10 seconds here. Oh shit, I'm starting to throw up. Wait, what did I eat something I wasn't supposed to? Oh, I'm just so drunk. Okay, we're good. Am I gonna keep throwing up the whole time? We do. So we have to watch out for... Please don't get in my thing over there. So if I start throwing up... So we focus on... Oh, actually it wouldn't be that hard to get that drunk then, would it? Because the throwing up will empty our stomach. So when you're wasted, you throw up. Let me think. Can you still get drunk with iron stomach? People were saying you can't. We'll test that afterwards. I'm just kind of brainstorming for the moment how I would go about, because we don't want to vomit in the mimicium. So I think we go over here. We create a huge pool of mimicium. Probably... Oh, that's way too far. Probably down here. Throw a little bit this. Oh, I got some vomit in there. No! Wait. Oh, it worked out. I think. Yay, worked out. There was definitely some vomit in there. We got quite lucky. Alright, so if we start to drink this... Our dude is gonna start throwing up. As our stomach is filling up, we're throwing up what's emptying our stomach. But we've overeaten a bit. I gotta slow down for a moment. Kinda hard to see. A little bit. We're about a little over a third of the way there. Okay, we're halfway. Get healed up. I put off doing this earlier because of the blur that comes from this. I argued with Chad that having to play like this for the entire run, or for a long period in the run, would probably really fucking suck. You think, oh, eat the vomit so that it will vomit faster? That could be a good strategy, actually. Let me see. Let me try that strategy real quick. think so. I think that's working, is it right? That we have the food poisoning and we have the drunk effect together. Good call, chat. Yeah, a little bit of vomit science right there. Good call. You guys had, I didn't know you guys had secret vomit strats that you were holding back, not telling me about. An ultra top secret vomit tech. $200 seconds left. Then we'll hit this. You're going to have a major hangover tomorrow so bad you're not going to be able to stream tonight. It's true. It'll be chat's fault. It'll be all their fault. We are so close. Alright, here we go. I think we can bring it home with this one. We're trying to reach 1,000 seconds. We're going for 1,000% on the stomach being filled, but just because people were arguing earlier about the drunk effect, I don't know, man. There we go. We have the 1,000 seconds of drunkenness. Then we'll do the 1,000% in just a moment, but while we have the drunkenness going, I think the fitting thing to do would be to drive our friend Karl here. Kids, don't drink and drive. It's dangerous.
Did it! Son of a bitch did it!
There we go. Definitely giving me a headache. Karl, there you are. How do you control him? It's so annoying, I know. It's definitely a weird one. So the way you go back about controlling Karl, if I can get him over here, it's relative to your character. So what it means is like, so my cursor, which this is going to be a bad time to kind of explain this since the screen's so blurry, but my cursor is currently above my character, right? So this is above me. So if I press the levitation button, whatever your levitation button is, in my case I use spacebar mostly, the ship is going to steer in the direction that I am pointing relative to myself. So if I press levitate, it goes up. See how it's shooting up? If I have the cursor to the left of my character and I hit levitate, you're going to see that the ship goes to the left. Even though the cursor is right of the ship, it doesn't matter. It's relative to your character. It doesn't even pay attention on where the ship is. This is what causes it to be so misleading. Because if it was about where the cursor is relative to the ship, it would be a lot more intuitive to control it. But since it's like about where your character is, that's where people get so confused on controlling it. So pretty much just, I tend to hold the levitation button, and I am just always levitating. Like right now, even when my levitation runs out, my character has ran out of levitation, but I'm still holding the levitate button, and I'm just pointing with my cursor where I want the ship to go relative to my character. And I'm using the teleport bolt to actually do the movement. So I'm going to keep the cursor below my character, and I'm going to hold levitate. Fuck, hopefully we didn't lose track of that ship. Oh, there it is. I guess it got too far away, so it lost control.
Jeez.
There we go. It's raining pretty hard out there. I don't think it's supposed to...
This is the police. You are going to Noita jail for drunk driving, mate.
I'm sorry. Silence. It's like right now I'm just mashing the levitate button. Levitate, levitate, levitate. Not for my character, but for the rope, for the ship that people call Karl. I'm mainly focused on hitting the levitation button to keep it going forward. Then with my character, I'm holding to the left. I'm holding A, and then I'm tapping spacebar to make the ship go forward. Oop, 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 oop. Yeah, they chose an odd way to control the ship, there's no doubt. Some people I feel like pick up these controls really quickly. I am not one of those people. It definitely drives me crazy. It may be hailing outside right now. It's pretty loud out there.
Oh, I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
Drenched in sweat. Wait, hold on. Where did that message just go? Would you prefer the $5 drone controls? You know what? These controls are pretty solid. I'll take these controls. Fuck the drone controls. Fuck that. Why is it called Karl? Karl the Cart. I don't know where it originated. I just know people in the community were calling it that. Probably some content creator, maybe like Fury in the early days, or maybe Suffer. Somebody was calling it Karl, and I guess it just caught on. It just stuck. It wasn't me. Car. It's a car with an L. I guess. Karl. Cart. Karl. Alright, so part of the challenge today was supposed to be that we drove Karl the cart on over to... What did we end up calling it in the challenge text? Exclamation mark challenge. It said, drive the rocket, Karl, to the lake effigy and burn it. So now that Karl's here, we even did drunk driving over to this. Now we burn it. What's the best way to burn this? Electric arc the mist. Electric arc is on there. It's just they don't necessarily move in a way that you would anticipate. It's not like the other mist, which they do explosions all the time. We could just use the duck, yeah. The duck will explode. Well, let's see. No fire really coming off the duck. Maybe we just grab something over here real quick. Karl, stay. Karl. So what you need to do if you want Karl to not go moving and into weird places, whenever you leave Karl, don't press any of your control keys. Just use your teleport bolt to move away from it. You're wanting to unload Karl. I'm not pressing any of my keys. Just clicking my mouse. Because the mouse clicks don't cause the bot to move. It's the levitation that causes it to move. So now, for sure, Karl, well, not for sure, but it should be pretty safe to say Karl's unloaded by now. There you go. Crystals should work. And then whenever you're getting close to Karl, again, do not press your inputs. You just want to be using your teleports. Because what I see players mess up on is whenever they're coming back to the rocket, they're levitating like this. Well, these inputs are being sent to the robot. The only reason that it's okay for me to do this is because I know that it's stuck onto the statue here, so I knew it wouldn't fly off. But had let me see if I can do this. Yeah, if you have it like this, say I move over here, and I'm like, oh, let's go see Karl. We go levitating over here. Karl's starting to drive off. You see that? So this can lead to you losing where Karl is at as you're trying to get to Karl. It makes it like one of those things that when it gets lost, as you look for it, it makes it more lost if you're within like a certain range of it, of course. Alright, now I've puked all over the wooden dude. Well, see, you know, it exploded a little bit, then it burned. There we go. Honestly, not that flammable. Wow, amazing. Okay, you're good. That was underwhelming. Yeah, the burning of that thing is never that exciting. So we built the whiskey damage wand, we burned the Wicker Man, and we drove Karl over to it, which is what... Yeah, I think we've completed all of our drunk-related goals. Just we're gonna go to 1,000% filling up our stomach, and then we should be good. This is some really good visuals. Yeah, it's been burning the eyeballs, but luckily we only have like 5 minutes of it left. If we grab Iron Stomach, I think it may just cancel it out, but I also wanted to try something kind of silly. Not gonna lie, I was AFK for a while and I thought my internet was borked, but it literally is just how the game looks right now. Yeah, the screen should be blurry as shit because my character is wasted. It says you drank way too much, aiming is disturbed, drinking more will make you poisoned, cause ingesting, and then it's the SEMA drink that that's here for the holiday. Just for Friday, June 19th. I guess we could test this. Wait, can I just drink from this like normal? If I just... Okay, it does. Okay. Let's try something real quick. What I want to try to do... Come on, scoop up the water. Put some ambrosia on ourselves. And then we... Okay, so every time we take a sip over that, will cause an explosion to happen. And we block the explosion. We have saving grace and extra life. Alright, it's almost done. Oh, it did like a... I didn't know it even did the eating more might kill you. Like, don't do it. Don't you do it. Alright. Let's pour out a little bit of that.
My grandpa once told me, you're not drunk until you have to hold on to the grass to keep from falling off the earth.
What I wanted to do is I want to see how much damage we can do to Kolmi with this. So we're going to take a drink of the SEMA and see if that hurts him pretty badly. You know what I mean? Alright, so we put some ambrosia on ourselves. How much damage did we get from that? Dude, he did like no damage to him. He doesn't take like any damage. Look at that. That's lame as shit. Kinda hoping it would be more interesting than that. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Alright, let's just kill him with our Mist of Spirits. We killed him with the Mist of Spirits. That's good. So if I am overeating and I take a drink of this, it tries to kill me. I heal up a tiny bit and I can do it again. You just keep doing that. Yeah, so I was wondering, I was thinking that should be how it works. The thing is, though... the damage on it's so disappointing. I thought it hit a little bit more than that. I think last time we did something similar, we may have had glass cannon when we did it. But yeah, using this technique, you could drink so much. But what we're gonna do is... Hold on, we grab that. Now what happens if we grab Iron Stomach? It instantly gets rid of the drunk effect. And then now, when we take a sip, it doesn't hurt us anymore. Then we go over here.
Well, gentlemen, it seems we have a dumbass among us, but we can't just watch him die, can we?
Lock in the wind. Don't worry, we're about to. Let me just jump into here. And then spray a little bit of the alcohol around. Place this there. I guess ain't got him. Wait, what happened? Look at Bayhue. Wait, did somebody... Oh, you did like a fake resub to get people to moist mob? This fucking guy. Alright. So now we have Iron Stomach. If we drink the alcohol, it does not make us drunk. And so then this was what I was originally planning. I was planning on doing this early in the run, filling our stomach with alcohol. It doesn't really matter what liquid you drink. Well, in this case, it wouldn't really matter. Sometimes it can actually be important. I'll explain in a moment. But I was going to fill myself up to over 1,000%. Sounds kind of weird, filling myself up to 1,000%, but trust me, it makes sense in Noita speak, alright? Don't judge me. And there's certain perks that you can grab. Well, specifically, if you grab Eat Your Vegetables, the more full your stomach is, the more damage you do. So, essentially, you could drink so much of this that... Yeah, like right here, a single spark bolt will be doing hundreds of damage. And if so, like whole setups like this would go from doing, you know, already it's doing, you know, 400 damage a tick or something. Actually, probably like 300 damage a tick to doing maybe like double that. But there we go. We filled our stomach up with alcohol. We went for 1,000 seconds as well, so we filled up. We filled in both possible interpretations of how we are drunk, I guess. And yeah, I think we did it. What's the item you picked up? You don't recognize the sprite? I'll show you. It's the Summon Sade Kiwi. And yes, it is pouring lava into here, which is causing a whole burning away of the SEMA. Not the alcohol. Well, don't worry, the alcohol was going to have to go at some point. Saving Grace just keeps saving us. He meant the bottle. Oh, this one here? My bad. I'm so used to the people asking about the Sade Kiwi. I wasn't even considering the fact that this one looks weird. Yes. So normally in normal Noita, and oh, can I drop this? Is that even possible? I guess they won't. They don't allow themselves to be dropped. It's because they're made of gold now, so it means they shatter really easily. I don't know if there's a way to place them. Basically, there are potions just for today, just for June 19th, since it is a Friday for this year. This Friday falls on June 19th, I guess. There will be these potions, or They are potions. They're the same as the other flasks, but it looks like a beer bottle. That's because the hiisi base, they're supposed to be having a party because it's midsummer. It's supposed to be a whole a Finnish holiday, which apparently other people celebrate as well, but it's specifically the name for it in Noita is a Finnish name, which is
Juhannus.
so in Finland they're celebrating
Juhannus.
today on June 19th, and so the hiisi base is filled with beer bottles, and you can pick up those beer bottles and you can use them just like you would use a potion. You can fill them with water, whatever. I think it still works for fungal shifts just the same. I don't know that 100%. I feel like we've talked about it before, but it's one of those things that I won't see these again for like a year, so I forget about those little technical details. Say it? Oh, you want me to say it? I'll say it perfectly. You ready?
Juhannus.
What do you think? What do you think? Was it an exact pronunciation? It helps whenever I cover my mouth.
Juhannus.
Juhannos? Juhannos?
Juhannus.
Juhannos.
Juhannus.
Anyways, it's midsummer. All right, pretty silly run today. We got our character super drunk. We burned the effigy, and then we killed Kolmi using the drunk mist build. There we go, Mist of Spirits. Mist of Spirits. We even had double explosion on drunk, and then lots of damage attached to it as well. Pretty goofy build today. Today's challenge was meant to just be more of a fun time hanging out with chat. It's not supposed to be like an actual official quest or anything like that in the game. However, it is the official holiday today. That's a general holiday. Like I said, we've talked about it many times. There's holidays in Noita. There's a whole list. If you really want to look into it, I'll link it in the chat right now. ! holiday. Boom. There's a link to all the holidays. Happy midsummer to anybody out there that celebrates it today. Let's jump into the dark sun. The dark sun actually is really hard to heal in with that strategy that I was using to heal. If you have a circle of vigor, it's pretty easy to keep yourself healed. But if you're shooting out heal bolts, the sun is like killing off those heal bolts as you're shooting them. Doesn't go so well. Oh my goodness, look at this thick group. Girthy. I guess so DunkBot 2.0 sends a missile to a person's house if they send a goo. I think that's a pretty reasonable thing. I'll get to work on that. Don't worry, that's not scope creep. That one was already planned, so.
The missile knows where it is at all times.
Will you still sell NFTs? There's no NFTs, damn it. Agor? Belphegor with the golden yes sign, along with Lazy Penguin and Kanam Krindar. Nailed it. 3 golden yeses today on today's daily run. 7 streaks everywhere. Borg Larva, Space, Romand, Gooey, Kasarn Wolf, Stashless, Nervo, Philhoff, Blue Dragon, Ninarin, Genotype, the GCM, Deeper Beige, Wabaton, Methin, Mystery Wave, Lazy Penguin, John, Banana Nana Batman, Ilse 89, Relaxed Otter, Crux, Stefex, and Suziter. My God, I'm running out of air. Gotta breathe. -7. This is a dunce cap going out to Emoyum and Naros. Congratulations on your 7 incorrect predictions in a row. And then back-to-back 7s going out to No One Is the One, Nova, Gus Bus, Brabula, Injuno, and Cosmo. That is 6 people getting the double 7 streaks. 3 7 streaks in a row, which is 21, going out to the Shadow King. Shout out to the Shadow King. Untold Story with the 4 7 streaks, the 28 streak, but Untold, I'm sorry. I don't know how to tell you this, but Known Blob did one-up you with the 35 streak. Yes, that is 5 7 streaks in a row. Known Blob, you are out of control with your prediction streak. You're a goddamn prophet at this point. Very impressive. Chase, that was rude of you to win that. Did you consider the feelings of Panting Gauge? All right, interesting. Gauge. Gauge? Panting? Okay, Panting is drunk, all right? They didn't know what's good. They had a -6 streak. Maybe they intentionally lost that one. That's the only explanation for what happened there. As we hit win number 2,746, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream for today because I want to play some more Noita in, I don't know, like 16 hours from now. But you don't know for sure. Everybody says, wait, if you're going to be like... Listen, I told you, every day when the stream ends, pretend like it was the last time you'll ever see me. Because one day, you know that it's going to be the last time you ever see me. I could get hit by a plane. I could walk outside and plane hits me. Could happen. Today could be that day. But just know that I appreciate you guys. Anytime you stop by my stream, it means a lot to me. If I am able to return, I would like it to be like in 15 to 16 hours, but there's no guarantees. You can't be late if you have no schedule. That's what you say to your boss next time you walk in late. It works. Low planes, fuck. Last time I talked about this, this actually happened before, where I was sitting at a red light and a plane did crash like right next to me. Like it was a small plane. It was like a private plane, and not like one of those super fancy ones, but more like I don't know. It was just like some small like 2-person plane kind of thing. Bad luck. No, it was not an Epstein plane. I was sitting there at a light. And the weirdest part is I didn't even hear it. I don't even know how that happens. You would think it would be loud as shit. I mean, the music wasn't that loud in the car. This happened while I was a streamer. I remember I went to stream that day and I was like, so a plane just fucking blew up next to me. Chat was like, what the fuck? And I was like, it happened, really? And then they looked it up and they found like the plane crash online and everything. And what had happened, yeah, there was some I don't even, it's been like 5 years ago now. Some malfunction with the plane. Plane was going down and they tried to crash land. They pretty much crash landed between like where I was and like, I think it was an IHOP or like a Waffle House. They just came down right there straight into the ground. Obviously it killed everybody on board. So I'm pretty glad I did not see that. I wasn't like looking directly. So what happened was I was looking ahead at the red light waiting to go. And then all this fucking like sand and stuff kicks up in like the median, like like the middle, like the center, where the intersection of all the roads, right? Like there's like the median area, and then there's like the intersection. It's like this area, all this dirt kicks up. So I thought a car got in a wreck or something. I was like, what the hell? What happened? So I'm trying to look around the guy in front of me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what just happened? Nobody seems like they got in a wreck, but all the cars stopped moving, and there's just like a lot of like dust kicked up, and I was like, what happened? And then there's a highway that's kind of going above, like overhead, and I see cars pulling to the side of that highway, and some dude just jumps out of his car, and I'm like looking at him. I'm sitting there, I'm watching him, I'm like, what the hell's happening? And this guy gets out and he's just running. He's like sprinting and I'm watching him. And then I'm like, oh shit, there's this huge ball of fire right next to me. And I was like, what the fuck? It was like enough that you could, if you had like a baseball, you could throw it and hit it, but it wasn't like, I couldn't touch it.
In another dimension, Dunk was killed by a kamikaze pilot.
Yeah, maybe, man, maybe. But, and so I looked over, I was like, what the fuck is that? It was just this huge ball of fire. It was like, you couldn't even tell what it was. I didn't know. I was like, what is that? And I remember my girlfriend was with me, and she was also like, we were like confused, like, what the hell just happened? I was like, I'm getting away. The thing could explode. We were like close enough that, it could explode and fuck us up. So I was like, we're getting away from that. And so as they went away, I'm like, it looks like it's a plane, but there's no way we wouldn't have heard a plane crash right into the ground right next to us. There's no way. And so they were like kind of far away staring at it. I'm like, it looks like the tail of a plane. And then I want to say we looked something up on the news. Like whenever I got home, which was like 30 minutes later, I looked it up. And there was a reported plane crash, and I was like, oh, that's right where we were. So it was a plane. It had pictures and stuff. I was like, yeah, that was it. It was a fucking plane just fucking straight into the ground. Pretty crazy. So you could get hit by a plane. So Johnny was Johnny was wanting to raid his friend. Let me see if I can find him. There he is. Fraz. Currently playing some hunt.
Back in my day, Dunk would stock 5 items in the returning cosmetics slot, and we liked it.
Wait, what? Hold up. Don't you try to act like you're some, you know, you've been through some rough times. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. You've been spoiled and you know it. Chat, I'll be back in about, I don't know, probably like 16 hours. I'm not sure. You guys know me. Whenever I wake up, whenever that is, I'll be awake and I will be streaming. Hopefully that'll be in like 16 hours from now. We are going to be playing some more Noita. All right. Sneck, if you're wanting to experience some more Noita, I see Sneck is on right now. I feel like I haven't seen Sneck in a little bit. I don't know. I'll have to stop by his stream. He probably has some story. Maybe where he was, what he was doing. Is this it? Let me see. No, that's not it. Wait, actually, hold on. No, that's not it. As I said, that doesn't look like the crash whenever, because like I said, I witnessed it. I saw it with my own eyeballs. This thing, you couldn't even, it was like burnt to a crisp, my friend. It was fucked. You could barely tell on what the hell it was. Anyways, chat, raid's going off. I know it's a crazy way to end. You're like, hey, yeah, no, not the right plane crash, different one. I'll be back in 16 hours. Thanks for the amazing day. Thanks for the love and support. And remember, more Noita whenever I go live again. Be ready for it. Till then, deuces, chat.